Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start us up here.
I'm working on Charlie.
I'm sorry. So the status of 104 is
Uh,
what? I've missed that part.
Unknown, I haven't heard from 104. I saw the Monos on mobile, listed on Discord on mobile earlier. So I think he's either driving home or driving to work.
Okay.
I'm
But-
sure we'll probably hear from him soon.
Yeah, I think so. So a question was left at the end of the last session, and that is, hey, don't they have explosives? And I said, oh yeah, that makes sense. They do have a pit mine after all. And over 2 weeks of consideration, I decided no, they did not have explosives. Mining was done with specialized equipment, lasers installed on machinery, and those pre-tech components that you pulled out actually made all of that work. It
Shucks.
allowed them to have much more advanced special mining equipment that did not require explosives to move large amounts of rock in all directions.
Then a follow-up question: if they had such equipment that was able to cut with lasers through massive rock, would these lasers be? Could they be used as space weaponry against spaceships, since it was effective enough for
Nope.
solid rocks?
They could not be used as space weaponry against spaceships. They were very specialized in their focus. Yes, I realize that was very tautological.
Could they be used as space weaponry against, I don't know, mineable asteroids?
Not anymore. Took them apart.
Yeah, that would be the question is, what would you prefer to have, the pre-tech components or difficult to install, unwieldy, very highly specialized lasers?
The
Actually,
lasers, obviously. What are you talking about, Dex?
If you have the lasers, keep in mind there's only one place to go. No
Yep.
pre-tech components, no enhanced jump capability.
Yeah, we just set up a mining facility and wait for the police to arrive and arrest us all.
The
That
space
sounds like a
police?
pretty exciting game.
Yeah.
Well, a prison break escape, you know.
Look,
Yeah.
I've played enough EVE Online to know we do not want to go into the mining business.
Yeah. Anyway, let's let 255 stop distracting us and go jump into space.
All right. As a real quick reminder, you guys have spent 10 days here repairing toilets, the spike drive, more into the spike drive, more into the spike drive. You repaired the power trunk streamlining to put more into the spike drive. You also fixed the Android charging station, tactical and internal comms, and the cargo lighter clamps. I will update all of those later.
And the nav system and the sensors are back online, correct?
Yeah, I
Since
think those are
with
updated,
required
aren't
power. Nope.
they? Oh, well, okay. I'll
Uh,
probably
so-
update those during the the break. I'm sorry, what was the question?
So as soon as the internal comms is fixed, the first thing I want to send is, "Hey Andy, come here. I need to talk to you."
Okay.
And once again, a classical reference lands with a flop. God dang.
Yeah.
First phone call? Nobody? All right.
I'm sorry,
I'm-
man. I told you guys earlier, I'm not cool.
Should have gone
have
with
to
Ahoy.
excuse me, I'm not
Ahoy.
interested in your pop culture nonsense.
Pop culture? The man invented the telephone.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, I was not paying attention to what
Who,
you were
Elon
saying.
Musk?
Oh my god. Just the worst.
You didn't say ahoy, so it doesn't count. But the android would shuffle over.
Does 291 actually have anything to talk to the android about?
Yeah, I mean this whole system is backwards. You see, you push the talk button, and then that's when the other person can talk to you. I mean, what were you doing?
Have you considered using your own communicator? In which case you don't have that problem.
Yeah, but I mean, we could just do it right in the first place.
I'm
A
sure there were
little.
reasons it was installed that way.
I get out my screwdriver. I'm gonna fix it myself.
Yes, Vision.
It's not to the game. I'll write it.
Okay. Go ahead and put it in a discussion if you would. All right. Well, sounds like you guys have things prepared. 291 is putting those last finishing touches on the internal comms to get the buttons working correctly. You guys are ready to spike drill out. Captain made a call. Wants to drill out to Ozzy. I believe that's what it was. Yeah, I think so.
Ah, Z. What do we know? What do we know about a Z?
Hmm.
Where the hell did I even see that? Okay, there it is.
Oh, there's Monos.
Oh, cool. 0909. And of course, I don't have my stellar map directly in front of me. Yes, 0909 is Ozzy. And you all should have a basic briefing on all of the systems.
In sectors without number or in roll 20?
Both.
That works.
Those links won't work because those planets haven't really been discovered enough to have that information yet.
Okay.
Oh, I see messages from Monos. Give me a second.
Did the captain say why she wanted to come to this system specifically?
No.
She said she wanted people to do well. I don't know if that was in character. No, we'll go with no.
I'm sorry, did you say it was I don't know if that was in character.
No, I did not.
Alright, well, we'll be playing without Monos today.
That's unfortunate.
It's
Are they
okay.
busy at work then?
He just said that he's not able to make it today.
Okay.
So, I'll kind of move the captain along. And she does confirm that, yes, there's interest in people. And where people are, we may be able to get more information.
Well,
Yeah.
I suppose it makes sense enough. All right. So, how long will it take to jump there?
It's you gotta drive 3, and it is 3 hexes, so it will take 6 days? Yeah, 6 days. unless you want to trim the course, but trimming the course would involve a roll, and at the moment, I'm not requiring your NPC to roll a check to make this drill.
Yeah, I'm fine with. I mean, we're not in any hurry, are we?
That is a very good question. Probably not, given we just spent 10 days letting you
Fix the ship.
How cobbled together does everything look right now?
Your ship still needs maintenance. There's a
Yeah.
very pressing maintenance need for it, but
How
Is
much?
that what we're calling it now, then?
How much of the ship has like the mining company's logo on it now? That's the real question.
most of the parts that you used were not outward-facing parts that would have any reason for a logo on it.
Okay.
However, engraved in small letters, most of them have part numbers and various other companies.
How much time would it take to take the extra time to file those? Look, I've never stolen a mining station before. I don't know how much this is required, but
None of those parts should have had the actual mining facility engraved on them.
okay.
It would be like made in China, basically.
Yeah, okay. All right, fair enough.
Guys, I know we destroyed every information about us in the mining facility, but I do think we should make sure also to erase the name Raza from our ship.
Yeah, no, I got a good name for the ship. When we are ready to launch, we're gonna have a renaming party.
Okay. Well, why don't you guys do that right now, and I'm going to update a couple sheets here.
Okay.
All right.
You guys are ready to launch. You've trekked out to the edge of the system. It took you 16 hours.
It's not too bad. We're purring along. She may not look like much, but she's got kick where it counts. And other such, engineering's type terms.
I'd
Now-
like during that time, since I'm a little bit paranoid and so on, I'd like to make a notice check whether I'd notice anything suspicious of the other crew members. Especially 291, whether I'd noticed that she's rich now.
Oh, yes. I now carry the ode to rich, just around with me.
Better
Um,
question?
No, I'd just like to see whether I'd.
Yeah, it's a fair
would depend
question.
It would depend, of course, of 291 whether how much of your new treasure you're wearing or showing or hiding, and that's what I'm trying to figure out, whether my character would notice anything of that.
Or if the knowledge of that many credits in your pocket has gone and affected something in her step. So yeah,
Okay.
that kind of check, intuition on person's bearing, and any little secrets people are hiding, not just 291, is reasonable. And it sounds like 872 is being a little bit not necessarily paranoid, but he's keeping an eye out. So, Vision, go ahead and roll Wisdom Notice.
255 steps close to me and tells me I know what you've done, so
I was gonna ask, is 713 actually telling anyone that the ship is going faster than it should?
In what sense is the ship going faster than it should?
It is, well, it doesn't matter for the spike drive, but it is traveling at +1 speed.
Oh, +1 speed doesn't actually do anything for the spike drive.
I know.
So what do you mean
I'm
then?
just saying it's still traveling technically faster than it should. I said it doesn't matter mechanically, But the ship
What do
is-
you what do you mean it's traveling faster than it should?
the
Uh,
android is optimizing things in the background.
oh, gotcha. Right, I forgot about that. I thought you were talking about the vector thrust nacelles that everybody knew about.
No. I'm talking specifically about the Fire and Fury.
Um, no. I'm gonna say that the ship is alien enough and this is the first time that it's been flown with more engine juice, with actual full spike drive, and so that feels normal to him now.
Okay.
Um, that's an 11 on that notice check. I've said this before. The numbers don't necessarily dictate what happens in player versus player contests.
All right. Maybe Xander should. I mean, 291 should try to roll whether she's able to sneak it.
No, I mean, so you probably noticed that she's more relaxed. Like,
Ah.
not so much like Damocles' hammer or whatever is hanging over her head.
Okay.
Like
So
she seems,
more.
yeah, she seems less like, oh god, we're all gonna die, and more like,
Okay.
oh well, maybe we might actually survive this.
Okay.
And that's
If
about the
only-
kind of information that I would give on an insight check like that as well. Not necessarily.
If only you were telepathic.
Would that check also apply to other crew members?
Yes,
Do
it
you
would.
behave others than
Oh.
you did before, since
You
we
all-
started?
You also notice that she's keeping a keen eye on everybody. You know, she's like looking at them and thinking. You know, you don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask real quick: is anyone on the crew not being very suspicious and wary of the other crew members?
Oh no, she's not being suspicious. She's just like, well, it's pretty suspicious that she's doing it, but she's like looking at them and then like thinking in her mind, Dawn, Harry,
okay,
Jean.
okay.
Uh,
All right. Then Vision, go ahead and continue asking the players to reveal what it is that Vision can kind of suss out with his fairly good insight check.
Yeah. So after 291, I'd inspect what 255, whether 255 is behaving different, and whether he's planning vengeance because of my little.
And let me
Oh.
interject here, Vision. How is 872 doing this? Is he just watching? Is he actively engaging in conversation?
No, I'm not engaging conversation. I'm more just following the routines and then looking sometimes from some distance, sometimes standing behind them,
Okay.
and
Let
just
me-
trying to figure out.
hold on. Let me.
A major creeper.
Yeah. No. All right. So he may be getting. I don't know if he's acting suspicious, but he is getting increasingly annoyed that you seem to be following him. I don't know if he really says anything about it or really pays it much mind. Certainly I don't know that he thinks you're suspicious of him or anything. But he seems to be mostly going about his own business, examining parts of the ship, checking through what logs he has access to see if there's anything, and then spending a very large amount of time in his own quarters, which he doesn't seem inclined to allow anyone else access to.
So I don't see any anger when you face me.
Well, I mean, if you're stalking him, you might be seeing some increasing anger because
Well,
you're stalking
but
him.
but as far as I see, you're not aware of me stalking you, or are you?
Well, I mean, if you keep appearing behind me and I notice you, that's like how depending on how obvious you're being that you're following me around.
Don't worry, I'm not breathing into your ear when I'm appearing behind you.
All right, then no, he doesn't care.
Okay. Okay, well. And what about our Robo Woman?
Constantly busy. She's cleaning. She's dusting. She's repairing things.
Alright.
And anytime you appear behind her, she's asking you what she can do for you. Other than that, I'm confident in saying you don't know what she's thinking.
Okay. Okay.
She always seems to kind of smile.
What
Oh.
kind of smile? Is it a smile like I like you, or an unnatural smile?
Mona Lisa smile.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, that's it for my 16 hours.
Okay. You reach the edge of the system, and you're having a ship naming ceremony of some sort.
Yeah, well, I just call it the naming ceremony.
Okay. Are
And,
you
I
inviting
gather-
others to this naming ceremony?
Yeah, I gather everybody in the galley.
Okay.
All right, how insistent are you being?
Very.
255 comes along only reluctantly.
So 291 puts away the auto knocking machine that she had prepared just in case it was necessary. Okay, all right. She gets you all in the galley, and she pulls out some patches that she threw together, where they say on them the Anastasia, which I believe is Russian for rebirth. So that's what I feel like the new name should be. Here, I'll type it in so you guys can.
I'm sorry, the new name of what exactly?
The ship. We can't keep running around as the Raza.
I suppose that's true. And I'm sorry, what do you want us to do with these patches?
Well, generally you attach them to your jumpsuit. I thought you were a smart guy. Like, come on. See, this one's yours. It says Nikhail.
Who is Nikhail?
That's your new name. This is a renaming
No.
party. Everybody gets a new name.
No.
Yeah.
My name is not Nikhail.
Yep, it is. And he's Walter, and she's Simone, and I'm Maxine.
255 is leaving.
I mean, I can attach it without your help.
I'm sure. Now, please call me if any of you end up dying, or don't. I don't really care.
We'll do, Nikhail.
Do I have to change his classification from Albert?
No, I think Andy's still good for you.
No, his name's Albert.
Who's? Oh, your name is Albert now?
No, his name is Albert. You're Dora.
No, I think I like Maxine better. Plus, I already have the patches made.
But did you change the transponder codes?
We don't have a transponder. There's a big hole where the transponder's supposed to be.
You actually do. Sorry.
Well, I thought that was the black box.
Nope.
No, the black box is for transmission of rudders and news. The transponder is in part of the nav system.
Oh, well then, yeah, I totally would have changed that already. Look, me, the person, doesn't know the things that
That's
the
fair.
character knows.
No, hold on. Did we actually find out our original names? Is that what the android's talking about? Because I'm confused now as to why she
No.
thinks we have names.
You left before the names.
No, I'm asking out of character.
Gotcha.
No.
There's been no new information that you guys found.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, Nikhil.
Oh dear.
When you make it back to your room, you notice that the door is painted. Nikhil.
Right, I'm going to get a paint scraper, or just a scraper, and just scrape that off my first opportunity. But for now, I'm just going inside.
I'll walk right to you and say, "Oh well, I like water. It's a nice name."
Yeah, it means leader of armies.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely it. Yeah.
Yeah. And Simone means listener, which seems appropriate.
So what's your name?
Maxine.
Maxine. Okay. Hello, Maxine. Looks like I'm water now.
Oh, sweet. Hey, do you want to help me go fix the transponder? Because I did totally forget that.
Uh, are you telling that to me or?
Yeah. Walter,
Oh,
let's go.
Yeah, sure, I can try, but I'm not that. I
Oh,
don't feel that I've the knowledge or whatsoever that
Yeah, I
might
just need
help
you to
you.
lift it up so I can get to the bottom. I mean, it's
Oh
no big
yeah,
deal.
sure.
Yeah.
That much I can do. Sure.
All right. Well, that's the extent of the naming party, I guess.
So the android is now Albert. I guess my character will still oftentimes forget names. So yeah.
It's all right. That's what the patches are for.
Ah, yeah. I have the feeling not everyone will be wearing them. Wait a second. Did you also paint mine door?
Yep. But nicer.
Oh, okay. Could you describe how you did it then? Is
Yeah.
it like with a?
So no, yeah, I got like a spray can and like one of those stencil sheets, and I just.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can live with that.
Did you just freehand mine then?
Yep.
Great. Terrific.
Alright, it's actually the external comms that includes the transponder. I lied. That makes more sense to me.
Yeah, that does. Okay. All right. Yeah, fair enough. So that's actually been working for a while.
Yeah. You guys don't have to fix anything, and that was my mistake. I'll take credit for that one, because I did change how some of my systems work in between the two different games.
Well, geez, Dex.
I know. It's terrible. I'm gonna feel terrible about this right up until I tell you to make a check.
Okay, make a check.
So, rules. Where is the transponder stuff I said?
Page 15.
Yeah, I thought it would have its own. Oh, there it is.
It does.
Transponder. Yep. Okay. The changing the transponder to a new ship name and random ident hash is program int at difficulty 6. If you're attempting to match the correct hole size, shape, and drive parameters, it's difficulty 8. And if you're trying to match a known affiliation or a specific starship, it jumps to difficulty 12.
No, it's just gotta work for this one.
Okay, so that would be
I don't need
difficulty
it.
8.
I don't need it to specifically be the United States Enterprise.
Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead and roll.
Oh yeah, programming. This is what I'm best at. How do I always get shnanged into this stuff?
I don't know.
Oops,
it's Anastasia with a Z, not an S. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the Russian is sort of not directly translatable. You can do it to either.
That's fine.
And I got an 11.
Yep, that'll do it. Alright, your new ship identifier is Anastasia. And as far as 291 is able to tell, the ship ident hash matches your ship's specifications. And
while I'm doing this, do I feel like I've done this before? Like, am I getting one of those tingles?
No, not really.
Okay, all right. Damn, I'm really good at this Black Ops stuff, though.
Now, you might have. The tingles are for things that are familiar through repetition, not just I've done it a couple times.
Gotcha. Okay. So I haven't done it like a million times, but I might have done it before.
Right.
Okay.
All right. And now you guys have 6 days in metaspace. 713 is able to plot a course to AZ with no difficulty. He succeeds on his pilot check. There are no metaspace mishaps. And you guys are stuck on board and inside a ship traveling through chaotic metaspace energies that are trying to rip your ship apart.
Great. Time for a prank war.
You got 6 days of prank war.
Is there any hard sealing resin?
Hard sealing resin?
Yeah. Like,
I'm not sure what you mean.
Like when you really don't want something to get removed, you paint it on and then you put resin over it to like seal it. You're just gonna have to trust me on this one. Somebody's door's getting painted.
Dear.
I can't imagine that would exist in anything that you currently have or have salvaged.
So I'm gonna take like 4 MREs and mix some out of the various chemicals involved in them.
Oh shit! Did you take creative too?
Fuck yeah! No, I'm a Guyver.
Well then, I have to change my answer to what do you cook up?
Oh boy.
It's a clear sealing. Just it like turns into like a hard shell. It's more like a lacquer than anything else, but you cannot chip it with a scraper. And I fucking repaint his door and then paint that shit on over it.
Great.
Let's make use of the actual focus. So I'm going to put a difficulty of 8 on finding the right chemicals, components, and duct tape that you need to do this.
Yeah, duct tape is essential.
Of course.
I'd like to assist.
No, this is something that only 291 can do. I'm sorry.
Am I not able to look around the ship if she would tell me I need such and such ingredients?
The check that she's rolling right now is just to see if the components are available to do what she wants. It's not really looking for things.
Is it a notice check?
No, it's fix int.
Oh, just int. Okay.
Yeah.
How do I just roll int?
Oh no, it's fix score also.
Oh, fix. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. You said looking around for stuff. I was like, oh shoot, something I'm bad at.
No, this check is really just to. It's not really her.
Oh dear.
Necessarily finding it. It's just these things are now available. These things work. Yep. It's a cosmic check.
So I want to change the sign so it doesn't just say his name anymore. Now it says "Here lies Nikhil," because that's even funnier.
Oh God.
Oh god, this prank war's the best.
All right. So how is Nikhil spelled?
Nikhil. Nikhil. It means everything or without limits. Because he's a big ol' asshole.
Again, you're the people who made me play this.
I know, it's hilarious.
All right. So on the first morning in Metaspace, 255 wakes up and sees this on the outside of his door.
Great. Well, I guess I'll try chipping it off again and seeing I can't.
Yeah, no, this is very resilient. This is some actually really good coding.
All right.
Something that could be useful in, non-prank.
No. Come on, let's
Yeah.
be real.
If only.
I've literally used this to fix an engine before, so it's
Great.
fine. Don't worry
I'm
about
going to
it.
go get a extremely harsh organic solvent and use that.
Oh god, amazing.
All right, so we know what 255 is doing for a little while.
Yeah.
Do I see you like walking past to get this?
Yep.
Oh, I hand you a face mask. Like you're gonna need this.
I don't say a word, but I do take it.
Would I guess my character would also see that somehow, and would you stay inside or would you walk by 5-5?
I'm not sure what you're asking exactly.
I'm asking whether you would disappear of our vision at some point then. Because if you would, I would whisper to 291 and ask whether the mask was also somehow prepared. Don't know. With
I mean,
special
I'm
smell.
leaving. I'm leaving as soon as you or as soon as I get the solvent, I'm going back to the room.
Did you take the mask?
I mean, yeah, I took it. I didn't say whether I'd use it, but I
Okay.
did take it.
So I whisper to 291 and ask whether there's another prank hidden in the mask. Like,
Oh, that would have been that would have been a great idea. See, we gotta consult more on this.
yeah.
All right, well, I mean, he's not gonna get it off with the solvent, so good luck. It is gonna smell real bad though.
Oh dear.
As I at one point I'd also walk by the room of our doc and say, "Hey doc, why are you actually so angry about that name? I mean, Nikhail is actually quite nice."
I don't respond.
Oh, well then, good luck.
Oh god,
Oh boy,
this is how you pass time in warp space.
this is how you pass time in warp space.
You annoy the person who has to sew you up if you get injured.
Yep. Or has to give me the old vaccine for the coronavirus.
Yeah. This is going
Amazing.
great.
This is amazing. All right, so what do you guys want to do with the other 5 days? Anybody know how to play cards?
Probably.
And yes, Lulu, the solvent does not work.
Great.
Yeah, actually we could play poker
Hmm.
with some scrap materials as chips.
Mm-hmm. I've never played that before. I hear there's full houses. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think 5 days would be enough for one day to teach you, and then the others to start
Oh,
playing.
I'll just pick it up as we play. It's fine.
Okay. So, at first I'd teach you and we'd play a few normal games, and at some point I'd start to try some trickery to
Mhm.
to win more often than I should.
I mean, you wouldn't betray my trust, would you, Walter?
I
Walter?
You can't know that. Obviously I wouldn't say that I'd start the trickery. That's something I'm just do without you
And now
noticing it.
begins the trickery.
So what does 872 begin? Is he playing card tricks or is he making up rules?
No. While playing poker, I'd make the sleight of hand trick where I'd deal the upper cards to 291 and the cards with the aces and whatsoever from the bottom to me myself, so
Okay.
that I'd always have a better hand.
Oh, well, looks like I lose again. Man, this is crazy. This game, I don't
Don't
know.
worry.
How does anybody win at this game?
Oh well, a little bit of luck, you know.
Yeah,
But
well,
probably, you know, luck comes if you're playing. If there's actually something on the line that you could win or lose, so like something valuable.
Yeah, I'm not. The way my winning streak's been going, I don't think I want to put something valuable down.
Oh well, okay. And as she says that, my character realizes that it was dumb immediately to win the whole time, and that you should have made it reverse and let her win at first.
You gotta reel them in, Vision. You gotta reel them in.
Well, he's not the smartest guy. So yeah.
Let me get a feel for what the other characters are doing during this warp space. 255, aside from trying to clean off the door.
I'm largely going through all of that literature you mentioned in my room.
Okay. Is he trying to just familiarize himself or make any conjectures?
A little bit of both. Familiarize myself with what I was working on in the past and sort of conjectures on what my goals were or what direction my research was going.
Okay. Now, are there any specific questions that you want to roll and see if you can have an in-character answer to, or is this just all flavor for now?
All flavor for now. I think I need a little bit more to work with before I start asking the pointed questions.
Okay. And 577.
Do we still have the shooting range?
Yes.
Well, then she is actually mostly cleaning the ship. Basically doing minor repairs and disappears every couple of hours.
Oh, by the way, I'd definitely try to get you into card playing too.
That would not be fair,
Why?
because I cannot help but mathematically analyze the cards.
That would help.
And? I mean, in the end, it's still luck based. So
No.
statistics and probability are helpful, but they won't necessarily always help you to win.
They won't save her if he bluffs.
Yeah, like that. Or if try to deal you the top cards and me the bottom ones. But well,
That would
Does she
also
say
not
that?
be fair. I also have no money.
oh, we're playing just for fun.
Well, technically, we're playing for these scraps.
Well, yeah. But
These are the and the brownies out of the MREs I had to take apart.
I do not have any memories either. Also, I do not have fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you actually able to try to learn a few of human social skills? Like pretend to have fun?
I could try to simulate it, yes.
Yeah, then we'll try to teach you how to simulate a realistic fun experience. So that you could pretend to be human in case it would be needed.
But I am not human.
Yes, but you know, you might. I have the feeling that some people out there might have might feel a little bit angry if they see a robot or whatsoever. Then it would be helpful if you would be able to act like a human being. You know.
Well, there are rules for androids.
Well, there are rules always in some situations that might need to be broken or a little bit dealt differently. You know.
No.
Okay, just remember, in case a mob with will try to hunt you down, then remember my words. I tried to help you.
You're doing great.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm sure the mob will understand if I explain the situation.
Mobs are known for their understanding.
And reasoning, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So the android does not join the games.
No.
You said that the android is you said
Disappearing for a couple of hours every now and then. Yep.
in the midst of cleaning, and was she doing any other spot repairs or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing basically really part replacement mechanically, but basically dusting, minor repairs,
Okay.
things like that. And at the shooting range, she's actually standing there, mostly looking at the gun she has. And every now and then she points it at the target, looks at the gun, and just lowers it. She doesn't actually shoot it.
All right.
And then she returns back to, well, her work.
Hey, did we analyze that like market information that we got from the mining place? Or did we just kind of breeze through it to see if there was anything?
Android did some analysis on it and found some discrepancies.
I don't
But
want
I
to
don't
find
know if
discrepancies.
Android has revealed that at all.
Yeah, I mean, after losing a bunch, day 3 or something, I'm gonna go find out what happened to that information. Andy, wait, Andy, come back.
Yes.
Hey, do you still have that? Do you still have all the scans of the stuff you found in the market data that you found in the mining
Most
facility?
of them, Dora.
It's Maxine. Come on, it even says on my patch.
You established a precedent.
Yeah, that I get to rename people. Come on, and only at the renaming party. There are procedures. There are rules. Come on, Andy.
I was given a designation without a naming ceremony.
No,
I
I
felt
gave it to you
left out.
again at the naming ceremony. I gave it to you.
What do you want to know?
Yeah. Anyway, I wanna analyze the market data because maybe we can find out where the best place to unload all this metal is.
The data I was analyzing when I was interrupted and reassigned.
I mean, probably. You get reassigned all the time.
Yes. That's why things only get half done.
I mean, that probably explains the buttons before.
The buttons were perfectly fine.
They were back. Okay, sure. Can you send the data to my compad so I can look at it too?
Of course.
Thank you, Andy.
No problem. Dora.
Am I an explorer? I don't get it. This is great. This is the interpersonal conflict we really needed.
Maxine versus Dora.
Yep.
How about Maxidora?
How
It
about
sounds like
better?
sound-
I have a better idea.
Uh-huh.
Dora Max.
Oh my god, I was thinking exactly about the same.
That sounds like something that you would use to clog up a toilet. So anyway, can I go through the information and see if there's any helpful trade related info?
You can.
Okay. So that's what I'm going to do for the next couple days.
Alright, give me a second to pull that back up and look at it. See if I need to make you have a. See if I need to make you roll anything.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright. What is your admin skill?
Admin?
Administer.
Like 0, probably. -1? Yeah, -1. Look, I'm looking for trade related information.
Oh, well, in that case, you can roll a int admin with a
Yeah.
3d6.
Oh, hey, how about that? Minus.
I actually
Minus
would
one
let you
plus
roll
one?
this with trade instead of admin if you want.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Good, because that's
I
much
figured
better.
that was probably better, and it does
Yeah.
make sense.
So +1. I will take a 13. Thank you kindly.
Okay, let me finish typing something out here real quick. Okay, 291 or Maxine or Dora goes through. Goes through.
No, it's Maxine.
How do you like it when someone suddenly gives you a designation, eh?
You picked your own name.
No, she didn't. That was a misunderstanding. The android pointed out that Andy is just as logical as Anne.
Yeah.
Not saying call me Andy.
Look, I bet if we picked up one of your feet, it would say Andy on the bottom.
It doesn't.
Oh, when you sleep, it does. I gotta get some more of that resin.
That's fine.
Oh no.
Anyway, all right.
Alright, I'm actually updating the note, and I'll just say it to you. This is the file room note, or handout, and
Okay.
some thorough analysis of the records does suggest that some records have been removed.
Okay.
It's not within any specific time frame. It looks like this goes back real far.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, like a couple years, or like decades, or like.
Decades.
Oh, okay.
Goes back to, wouldn't say right after the colony formed, but within a few years to decades after the colony first started being fully functioning as mining and exporting Starship grade metals. So pretty much the entire course of their business.
How have they been doing throughout the years? What were their peaks, or was it static?
Is 872 asking that, or is Vision asking for that clarification at a character?
Okay, then I would have to know whether actually would you check that data, kind of, would you try to sneak by doing so, or would
Well,
it be
let me
announced?
clarify why I asked that. I don't mind if you as a player are just throwing a question out there for Maxidora to
Doramax.
Doramax. Sorry, thank you for Doramax to have kind of asked in her perusal, just as getting player knowledge out there. But if you do think that
Well-
872 would be
I
interested
think
in all this,
I think if I would see that she would go somewhere to try to do something, since I'm already stalking everyone a little bit, I'd be probably around.
Okay.
And as she's looking through the data, I'd ask the question in character. But therefore, I would have to know whether she tried to
So
get
let's-
away without
yeah, let's start
being
with that.
noticed.
She's gonna need a lot of space because there is a lot of paper.
Oh,
she
I-
could do it
I
in
thought-
her room.
I thought it got scanned. Was it not scanned by the robot?
All right, yes. it was.
That's right. It was scanned into a data slab. Well, no,
But I
it wasn't scanned into a data slab. It was just all kind of processed by the android.
Yep, all done internally.
Yeah, you don't have any
The
way
android
of
did.
outright scanning it.
I was gonna say the android did point out there were discrepancies. The rest of the crew only asked about 2 of them.
Okay. Yeah. I probably like throw it up on the big monitor in the galley.
Okay,
You know,
okay,
like,
that
tell them to
works.
work on it.
And yeah, I have to take that back. There would be ways of just scanning this all to PDF. We have that now.
Yeah, I was like, wait, come on, really? I can do that with my phone.
Yeah.
But this is retro futurism, so I guess whatever.
It is, but data slabs should have at least the features of our current smartphones.
Yeah.
Especially in this setting where we're a little bit beyond we're 50 years beyond the 3200 retro future start date.
Yeah. Okay.
This sector and this campaign specifically have built up quite a lot from the base setting.
And still people use graffiti.
Still,
If
people use
it
graffiti.
works, it works. You don't we still use toilets too. It's a mature technology.
When they work.
Yeah, when we haven't broken them to fix our comms somehow.
All right, so yeah, Doramax has the documents up on large screen, probably looking at several documents at a time.
Yeah,
And it's-
doing the minority report thing where you like move them around and draw lines with yarn and the big black letters Pepe Silva.
Oh dear.
My character looks impressed, mouth wide open, like a little child.
There's no Karen in HR. All right. Anyway, that's enough of that.
I'm not cool.
It's don't worry. If you don't get the reference, you have managed to keep something from your mind that does not need to be there.
I managed to do that with a lot of things that don't need to be in my mind.
Oh, dear.
All right,
I'll
so then
just-
872 is asking, or Walter, I guess, right? Walter.
Walter, yes.
Walter is asking.
About inconsistency.
Oh well, if here, let me take you over to that pie chart that I have, and I bring that over, and you can see on these dates is when they did their mass, like the ship came, they loaded it up and sent it off. So these are the big income days, and then these are the days that are missing. And if we line them up such that they overlap each other, we learn
That records have been removed.
Oh my god!
there's no Karen in HR. Still funny. All right, anyway. So yeah, do the days that are missing line up with the days that when they would have sold off their goods?
Actually, yeah. That's how you're able to find the discrepancy, is that the balances don't match from a couple days before. It's not as easy to see as if it were a company that does business every minute, every second, every hour. They go days without any transactions, but it does become clear when the next transaction starts with a balance of 10 million, and the one before that only had 3 million. It's pretty clear that something was removed.
Yeah, so it's not every transaction, but some specific transactions.
That's correct.
Okay. Can I make note of those days on my conspiracy wall?
You sure can.
Sick. Also, this is my conspiracy wall now. Just FYI.
The mess.
Some people keep them hidden in their closets or whatever. Not me. My conspiracy wall is in the galley.
Or is there any other questioning or investigating you wanted to do with those files? Either of you?
Do the sales that are still there, do they say where they were sending the metals to?
No, but they do say who they were selling them to.
Ooh, I'll take that information. Thank you.
Yeah. You see a couple of big name purchasers, namely Galactic Mandate and Mercure Core, and then just lots and lots of looks like smaller merchants that make 2, maybe 3, sometimes only 1 purchase.
Mm-hmm.
The bulk of the transactions that you're seeing though are Galactic Mandate, and sometimes, excuse me, 1 second. Sorry about that.
You're good.
Sometimes those are given a by way of anti or Nox, NOx.
Are those ship designations or company designations or?
They anti is a planet designation.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And Nox is a company designation.
Gotcha.
Or at least it seems to be. Maybe a project designation. It's one or the other.
Gotcha. It's not in the ship or planet designation. It's in the other.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then Mercure Core. I'll spell that out here for you. Is the other major purchaser of ship grade metals.
Okay.
And sometimes, Galactic Mandate doesn't do this, but sometimes Mercure Core is listed as being the parent of a company that is doing a transaction.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, what? Well, that's kind of weird, but all right. Why would you? I mean, I guess it's like Frito-Lay and Pepsi. Everybody knows that Pepsi owns Frito-Lay, but you still buy stuff from Frito-Lay. Okay, I got you.
With the thing here being, they don't look like they were very skilled at administration early on, and that's why you're seeing a couple of the parent and child references. Later on, they just say Frito-Lay instead of Frito-Lay slash Pepsi or Frito-Lay parentheses Pepsi.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
It
So
looks like
a
it
lot
was a
of this stuff
profitable little mining operation.
Yeah. So the money is increasing as over time. Like they're not
Mhm.
like they weren't 5 seconds from bankruptcy because all their fancy laser stuff was about to depreciate.
No, they weren't. They did have a couple of massive expenditures, probably to improve production early
Mhm.
on. They paid off their loans.
Does it say who they got the loans through?
Yes, Exchange of Light.
Okay, so they went to the. Do I know that that's the big place?
Yes, you do.
Okay,
Exchange of
then
Light
okay,
is the bank, and the bank is primarily situated in March.
gotcha. Are there like planetary banks or like government banks, or is there only the Exchange of Light?
Now, there are also occasional planetary banks, but because they're mostly the low tech worlds,
Gotcha.
because
Yeah.
the three corporations, Spectrestar Technologies, Mercury Core, and Union, have spread across this sector so much,
Mm-hmm.
and because Galactic Mandate is sector-wide police, space police,
Gotcha.
so many things have become kind of formalized. Banking is
Yeah.
formalized, credits are formalized.
Okay. Cool.
Anything else?
I'm trying to think if there's. Is there any Hmm.
Is there somewhere our name mentioned, or I mean the of our ship?
Oh, the Raza.
Yeah, besides of the warning of us lately.
You can search through. It hasn't. It
What about
hasn't hit your eye before.
what about the name of the ship of the guy who was helping them? Oh, it was in one of the handouts. Hang on.
As the jockstrap.
Yeah, was that literally what it's called?
Yes.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, like does he seem to be like does he line up with any sales or anything like that?
He does not.
Okay, so he just kind of came through every once in a while. Maybe I don't know.
There are some non-sale transactions with Cardinal Sons.
Hmm. And non-sale transactions would be like refueling and stuff.
Not so much refueling. The details are sketchy, but you did roll very high on your check here, so it looks like they were security assets.
So they weren't like he wasn't buying stuff from them. They were hiring him.
Yes.
They were paying out to him. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay.
The Cardinal Sons appears to be a mercenary group that he is a part of.
Is it spelled cardinal like the bird? No, that's spelled the same. Never mind. Yeah. Okay.
How do these payments look like? Did they increase by time and until the incident now, or were they lowered?
There doesn't seem to be any pattern to them.
Okay, so what was in the last month before the
Isn't that-
event? How did they look like there? Were they raised or lowered? The
Oh,
payments to that
They
mercenary
weren't
group.
like on a regular payment schedule or payroll, and they weren't even really frequent transactions.
Just they'd hire him every once in a while to come by.
Yeah,
Okay.
within the last about 2 decades.
Okay. Well then.
Hmm.
I'd probably get tired of looking at these flashy lights and then walk away because of being bored.
Okay. I'm very interested in getting any kind of like trade information about the other planets. I'm not sure how much of that I can extract from this like single planet's, single company's ledger book, but I don't know if they had to like import stuff, where they imported it from, who the other companies are, that sort of thing. I don't actually need you to tell me. I just need my character to know it.
Okay. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot that your character can glean from that.
Mhm.
They managed to get themselves pretty self-sufficient early on,
Okay.
with only the occasional, the occasional outreach for additional food supplies or various
Luxuries.
mechanical needs.
They had to have imported luxuries. Like, there's no way these miners were just mining all the time.
What you saw there looks like about the breadth of what they did.
Oh my god.
They did get some entertainment stuff and some
There we
schooling
go.
stuff.
Uh-huh. Where'd that stuff get imported from?
That actually was purchased through Galactic Mandate programs, and it was very cheap.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
The
cool.
schooling stuff was very cheap.
Yeah.
The entertainment stuff came from various vendors.
Gotcha. Okay. Mandate seems at least interested in keeping their civilization technologically advanced.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, that's all I needed.
Okay. One moment.
The school and stuff. What to do if you're about to get raided and killed?
Yeah. That chapter is surprisingly skimpy, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I think we could tell actually.
Well, maybe they should redesign that class.
Yeah.
It seemed to be not that effective. Oh, by the way, the room of my character was messy. I'd like him to clean it up.
Okay. No problem.
Is that in character?
It is if you want it to be.
You left it messy in the first place. I think you're going out of character by cleaning it up.
Look, that was a different person.
Look. The thing is, I found a photo that kind of disturbed me, and he's curious whether there's maybe another of who this woman is, and so I would imagine that he would be, because of that curiosity, he would try to find any other hints. And if that means cleaning up, I think he would do that, but I'm not sure whether he would find anything. Would he find any other hint who that woman is on that picture?
No, he doesn't have anything else to give him guidance on it just now.
Okay.
Alright. On or about day 5, while Android is cleaning up, she finds some rooms that probably shouldn't be there. One is a... Hang on, let me reread my notes here. Okay. One is just a storage room. It's on the map. It's on the starship schematics, and the only reason that it comes up as a curiosity is because it is locked. It does not appear to have been broken into.
Electronically locked, or how is it locked?
It is electronically locked.
Same type of lock, like the bridge and the other doors?
No, this is yes. The one that is on the blueprints is the same kind of lock. It is wired in through the system. but she notices that it's not a kind of authorization unlock. It's actually a password unlock.
Okay.
The other
That's-
storage room she finds isn't even on the schematics. The space that door, difficult to detect door, leads to should not have a door behind it. It should just be structural, basically structural space. It's either a door that lets you look at the internal structures of the ship, or there's something behind it.
What's keeping the roof on?
Well, she's actually gonna open the intercom in that case. Attention crew. Structural anomalies detected. Please assemble.
Where?
I'd immediately pick up the walkie-talkie and tell Robo-Woman, where are you? Is it what happened?
I found structural anomalies in the ship.
Are we in danger?
Unknown.
Okay, so it's not an emergency.
How did she get back from...
No, is this an emergency? 577.
Unknown.
Where are you?
By the way, what time is it that you've make this call?
Yeah, we can make it about midday.
Okay.
I say she should do it at 3 a.m. and wake us all up.
Yeah, that was also my thought.
It's
It works
very
for me.
possible, since she would probably be navigating instead of our poor NPC who needs to sleep at some point.
Well, it's not that late. Your poor NPC calls out that there's some metaspace turbulence up ahead, and he's gonna remain at the wheel.
Great.
All right, so Maxine comes around the corner with one of those like grinders, like the huge grinder, and what? What's going on?
And interject one more time. 104, hearing this announcement, asks 255 to go find out what this is about for her, as she is suffering from some medical issues.
Well, very well. Here, take these while I'm gone. I'll finish your checkup shortly. Oh,
Sure,
excuse me.
Thank you, Nikhil.
I didn't catch what you just said.
You don't need to.
Okay.
It was funny though. You should probably watch the recap later. So is everyone assembling?
Yeah, it's probably too boring. So, if a call gets out,
Yeah,
You
it has
try.
been pretty boring after 291/Doramax stopped playing poker.
yeah. So. Yeah, what's it? What's the matter, Robo-Woman?
This room should not exist. It is not on the blueprints. I also found another room, which is on the blueprints. However, it seems to be locked.
The room she's pointing at that should not exist doesn't look like it's actually a room at first. Once you inspect it a little bit more, you do see that, oh yeah, that is a door, and there is a keypad that's kind of cleverly masked against the wall.
Well,
Well, not keypad, but one of those panels.
577. What is supposed to be on the other side of this door here?
Nothing, Albert.
well, could we try a
Albert.
Is he wearing the patch?
No, he's not.
Dang it. buy in. Yes, and come on.
No. When you say nothing, do you mean it's supposed to be empty space, or
This is supposed to be the hull, the internal structure of the ship, not a room.
What about a ventilation shaft? Do
No.
we?
291? Could you fetch some sort of cutter?
Do you not see the thing that I have? This is a metal grinder.
I-
It's literally for cutting metal.
That's perfect, actually. Why don't you cut through this door then?
Maybe before we cut into the vital structural components of the ship, we maybe try the password thing.
Do you think it'll work?
I walk over and I type Maxine in. Beep boop boop beep boop 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 beep.
I would recommend vac suits. If there's a vacuum on the other side, you will be very surprised.
Don't
And
have
dead.
any.
That would be very unfortunate.
Okay, why don't we have 577 cut it and we just all stand on the other side of a bulkhead?
Has 291
Wait.
hit enter after typing in Maxine?
Is there actually like a number pad or something?
Yeah, it's like a screen panel, not I said number pad wrong earlier. It's more like a data slab / a touchscreen panel.
Gotcha. That like she had to push on the wall and it popped out.
She had to push on the wall to activate it. It didn't actually pop out, but it does appear to accept inputs.
Cool. Yeah. No, I hit enter.
Okay. It rejects the password.
It's worth a shot.
Perhaps if you tried the other room first.
There's another room.
There is another room. That
We-
one is on the schematics.
We really
However,
need to
it is
work on
locked.
your. We need to work on your information prioritization. Let's go see
I
what that
told
one's
you.
about.
I told you had structural anomalies.
Now, hold on. You said the other one was on the schematics. How is that a structural anomaly?
Because it is locked.
Doors are frequently locked.
Yes, and normally they would unlock.
All right.
Would you
Let's
like to
go.
see the room?
Is the fear of vacuum actually justified? I mean, by the blueprint, is it in the middle of a ship where most likely there won't be vacuum, or is it at the next to the hull?
Depends on how large it is. It is farther up, forward on the ship, where the hull is much skinnier, just due to the ship design. And it is far enough to the side that if it's a large open space that shouldn't be there, it could absolutely lead outside.
Now, if there was a large open space that should have been there, or that shouldn't be there, wouldn't we have noticed that on the
Outside
while we were
inspection.
outside the ship? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody crawled on top of the ship.
Yeah, the external outside of the ship hasn't really been inspected in great detail.
Okay.
It is also a very large ship.
Yeah, and there is only 4 of us.
With
I
no
guess
vac
that's
suits.
It's fine. We'll just let the robot do it.
Well,
Anyway, let's go inspect the other room.
yeah, let's go. Let's go take a look.
Well, she shows them the other room.
It is also password protected with a panel, but this panel is not hidden.
I walk up to the panel and I type in "Raza is the best." 111. Enter.
It
Look, you gotta start somewhere.
it rejects the password and prompts you for a new entry.
I'm going to step up next to her, examine the password, and then close my eyes and start hitting buttons to see if I have any sort of muscle memory.
These are the best plans. I love these plans.
Okay. Are you just doing this randomly with no expectation of success, or are you actually hoping to use some quality or feature or ability and achieve impossible success?
I mean, I'm not. I'm trying to see if I have any muscle memory that sort of does this, but I don't have eclectic memory yet, so I'm not really expecting anything at all.
Okay. You end up with a random jumble of letters that it rejects and then prompts you to try a new password.
Okay.
There isn't like a little box at the bottom that's like filling up every time we try. Is there? No? Okay, good.
You have 2 password attempts remaining. If you fail both, we deploy the security system.
Well, it is acting
Yeah, right.
differently than the other panel did. The other panel shut off after entering Maxine.
Oh, it did.
It did.
Oh shit. Oh well, that's not good.
Okay, so
This
Where-
door you can open safely.
all right. So where are we on the ship right now? Like relative to the external hull?
It's about the same issue as the other side. In fact, these two storage areas are right near each other. But according to the schematics, the room that you're looking at, the one that has the less mysterious panel, it has ventilation shafts going to it.
Okay, so all right. If that's ventilation shafts, it cannot be external. Otherwise, we'd be venting our stuff to space.
Exactly.
Which I mean, we vent some stuff to space, but that's for heat
purpose.
reasons. Yeah.
And to get rid of the smell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've solved most of the smell issue, fortunately. But the point is, 291, why don't you cut this open?
Will do, Nikhil. But you can call me Maxine.
Yes,
Says-
I can.
Says
I-
right here on my name tag.
You're right, 291, I can call you that.
All right. Well, here, cut it yourself. I give him. I pick up the giant ass like grinder, give it to him, and walk away.
Okay, let me check what my strength score is really quickly to see if I fall over.
Also,
I have a 12. I'm fine.
You can hold it.
Yeah. As I'm walking away, I say, "You should probably get some goggles if you don't want to be blinded."
Would you like me to open the door, Albert?
Who is Albert? You know what? At 577, I don't know who Albert is. That's
You
here.
are.
Go up.
You're Albert. She is Dora. Ed is flying. And there's
that's-
Charlie.
That's Bruce.
Bridget, for whatever reason, is unavailable.
577, please just cut open the door.
Okay. And she would take that thing and try to open the door.
Okay. One thing about secured storage spaces is that they're very secured. Cutting open the door is going to be a full day process.
All right, here's a question.
I got a full
Can we-
battery.
Can we cut open the wall next to the door? And would that go quicker?
No, it's
mean,
secured all the way around.
Okay. All right. So it's not like when you're trying to break into an apartment and you just cut through the drywall instead.
Right. No. Yeah, you can't avoid the security gate with all its iron and steel just by going through the window.
Okay.
I've
All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
I have a question about my character. Would I have the feeling that if I would shoot at the input, that the door would open then?
That only works in Star Wars.
And it's and 255 may shove a scalpel up your ass if you try shooting things inside the fucking spaceship.
That or the ricochet will take care of it.
Okay.
Well, it was just a thought.
So, Andy is... I'm just going to go with numbers because you guys have all the names all over the place. So, 577.
I had one set of names and it was really good.
All the
I
sets of
have a
names
set
are
of
good.
names. It's great.
You know what? We had a set of numbers that are perfectly fine.
I personally love that there are 3 names for everybody this time around, because we didn't get that last time. This is hilarious.
Also, I think everybody has a nickname, so
And a real name.
yeah.
All right, so basically we've got 5 names for each person.
Yeah, that's normal, right?
Well, yeah, because the first thing you do when you don't have something is you want to get a lot of it, and we didn't have any names, so then we just got as many as we could.
Overcompensating.
Exactly.
Apparently.
While they're cutting through the door, I want to go inspect the other panel.
Okay. It does not respond.
Is there any way to take the case off of it? Like, could I use my screwdriver to unscrew it?
Nope. Doesn't appear to
Crack
be.
it open?
You can try and cut into the door to access those. Or not the door, sorry, the wall.
Yeah.
I may have. You know what? I'm actually going to go with 291 for this one. So
Okay.
I may have an idea. Now,
Wall behind you.
now we may be able to figure out which buttons were pressed. You see, whatever buttons were used the most will probably have.
She looks up at you and takes her earplugs out. What?
I can see you can do this on your own.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm going to. All right. You know what? Here, whatever buttons were used the most likely have some sort of. Well, there was also the 6 months of dust, which may fuck things up a little.
Well, yeah, but it was in the wall.
That's
Here,
true.
I get out my flashlight and I shine it on the thing in such a way that you can see where the grease marks are, if there are any.
Right. So maybe if we could just dust for prints a little, we may be able to figure out which buttons were pressed more often than the others, and
Didn't
use
you-
that to narrow down
Didn't
possibility.
you just press buttons?
Yeah.
Didn't someone type in Maxine?
And fuck that idea that way up.
It just
Oh,
made it
well.
more difficult.
Yeah, it made it a little more difficult.
That is.
We might be able
one
to
reason being tired.
we might be able to figure out which one was hit more than the others, and then if those letters were not hit, we can just discount the whole Maxine thing.
Never discount Maxine.
I'm already discounting her.
All right. Well, when you need a wall cut open, I won't be there.
Yeah, I noticed. That's why 577's on it.
Ooh, those. I hopefully should put on an apron because those sparks they get everywhere.
Okay. What kind of tools are you trying to use to get this little bit of an advantage?
Just to see where the like divots in the screen are.
Divots, or as Lulu said, fingerprints, oil, anything that indicates where buttons were pressed.
Well, I can go get you a microscope if you want.
Do you wait? Would you have? Oh wait, I already knew about the microscopes.
They're in the med bay. Of course you know
Yeah.
about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll need more than just a
yes.
microscope. You're going to need
No, we'll
like
need to
an
make
actual tool set for this.
Could you? Well, could you make a makeshift dusting kit? Fingerprint dusting, not like a feather duster.
Possibly with a magnet and some iron filings. Which
Try to
conveniently
avoid the
making a lot of them.
magnets. Actually, magnets might be a bad idea.
I mean, I thought this is the future. Things can do what our phones can do. Magnets are fine.
All right. How protected are our future electronics against magnets, Dexter?
They don't affect androids. They will affect some electronics, but a lot of
My
electronics will be future-proofed. Yeah.
My phone case literally has a giant ass magnet in it. I mean,
All right, fair enough then. Go for it.
Yeah.
okay, so I get a small magnet with the put it on the end of a stick. Use some glue to glue it together. Pick up some of the iron filings that uh, Andy is shooting off of the door, and use that to dust the.
Okay. Well, it's just gonna need a little bit more than that, I think. So let's go ahead and put that creative to use again,
Oh, okay.
which is basically constructing a
And
jerry-rigged toolkit.
I take a Pringles can and
Wait,
some
we had
hairspray.
Pringles here?
Yeah,
No.
right.
Just the cans.
Yeah. Look, duct tape, and Pringles cans. What more do you need? Some kind of propellant.
So this is actually going to be a little bit more difficult because of the previous Maxine marring,
Yeah,
and
sure.
because of what you're trying to do.
Okay.
For the materials that 291 thinks she needs to be able to make this kit will be a difficulty 10 to see if they're in supply on the ship.
Watch me. No, not strength. Definitely not strength. Let's not do strength. Bam!
There you go. You're able to create a kit that allows you to, without a skill check, pull off basically an aid check. So when you try to open this door, you have enough information from this little kit that she made to give yourself a +1 bonus.
Cool. All right, how good are you at Junior Jumble?
Oh, passable.
Knock it out of the park.
Now,
go,
one thing to
I'll go-
note is that
I'll go-
after the first attempt at opening it, it did not respond to anything until 15 minutes later.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Now
Well-
I would like to make a. I guess I'd like to use my own my compat for this. I'd like to make a program check
Mm-hmm.
to do the. Oh crud! Now I'm forgetting the word.
Anagrams?
Yes, anagram generator.
I'm gonna go see if I can stop Andy from cutting through that door, because maybe we can just open it.
Okay.
Okay. Can I do that, Dexter?
I'm not quite sure what you're trying to do. What do you mean by create an anagram solver?
Solve
Like-
some anagrams using the letters that
Okay.
291 has given me. Generate some possible words and phrases that might be passwords.
Okay. After program is 0 or 1?
0.
Okay. Well, I'll still give this to you. After fiddling with the programming of it for a bit, he's able to create a simple program that will do that, but the amount of possible results that it's spitting out is astronomical. Even if you narrow it down to just things that are real words, as if this were a passphrase, which
It's unlikely, frankly. I didn't really expect it to work. But
yeah, it would still be a lot of combinations, hundreds of thousands, and this panel has already exhibited at least a 15-minute lockout after an unsuccessful
all right.
password.
Let's see. Let's say it's 100,000. Let's see. That's 15 minutes. Let's do a one password every 15 minutes. That's 1,500,000 minutes. That's only 3 years.
Well, I can keep track of that time if you'd like. Just every 15 minutes, somebody's on duty at the door. All right, try the next one.
All right. No. Let's see.
I applaud your thinking, but unfortunately, an anagram solver is not going to narrow things down enough. You don't know enough variables yet.
Okay. Now we've had someone in the captain's quarters already, haven't we?
Yes, you have.
Did they find anything like a diary or anything?
104 reveals that the captain's ready room was largely unused, with no useful information on the ship computer or the ready room computer. And her
Okay.
own personal quarters, as well as what she thinks may have been the captain's quarters, do not appear to have had any useful information either.
Well,
While you're thinking on that, we're at 1 o'clock here, so it's just about time for a break. Let me have 291 address 577 before we go on break.
Yeah, so I walk up, not next to her, but like within earshot, eye shot, and I wave, and I'm like, kill the saw.
She breaks the saw.
I knew that was coming. I knew it.
Oh, why did you do that?
You asked me to.
No, I said, oh my, you really need to work on your colloquialism. Daniel was a great saw, and now he's broke. I got to put him back together again. God.
I'm sorry. Did I break up the perfect pair? Daniel and Dora.
Oh, when I take this saw back together, somebody's losing a knee.
All right.
I hope not. I would have to protect the crew, even from each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, the saw is inoperable.
I guess that solves the problem, I guess.
It does solve the problem.
And with that, let's go ahead and put this to a 15-minute break.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Alright, well, let's jump back in. Now, was there any more to that conversation between 291 and 577 stopping the door, or was that it?
Now I gotta fix my saw.
Okay. You're fixing your saw while 255 is trying to figure out something other than an anagram solver to access that other storage.
Yeah.
Now, I may have given you the wrong impression earlier. It's not inaccessible. As far as like, trying to get in and fiddle around with it electronically. It'll just take some work to get to the correct components, parts where you need to connect things before.
No! I figured that would be the case. I was
Okay.
just trying to think if I could do something more clever than that.
Oh, okay.
Rolling. But I'm not having any good ideas right now, so I may need to try that.
Well, unfortunately, the saw is broken.
Mm-hmm.
There should be others in the shop.
Well,
Actually,
I assume I don't want a giant fucking saw to cut into the delicate computer.
Also, there probably isn't. I was sort of afraid you wouldn't even let me have this one because the workshop is not working. This is the lowest tech saw I figured you'd let me have.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You were able to restock up a little bit from Parodies.
By the way, could we see where our ship currently is?
Well, your pilot tells you that in metaspace, that's a real vague concept. The best.
More a philosophical question than a.
Because you can't really tell you that you're close to any particular star, because in real space you probably are not anywhere near. You are not literally between Stet and a Z in real space, just because you're only a day out
Alright,
in metaspace.
I get it. I get it.
But he is willing to say that you're a day out.
Okay.
Hey,
Great.
I have a quick question while Lulu thinks about his genius plan.
Mhm.
When we arrive in a Z, are we going to end up in a, like, do you come out in a jump point in a direct line from where you came from? So, like,
Yeah.
are they gonna know? Are they gonna know that we have a 3 spike drive? Because there's no way that we could have popped out where we did unless we.
It's not actually a direct line, but it is a single point. Every star that you come from will enter a different star at the same point every single time. So every time you go
Oh,
from
okay.
Stet to a Z, it comes out at the same transition zone. If you go from Andois to a Z, it's a different transition zone than it is from Stet, but it'll always be the same from Andois to a Z.
Gotcha. So when we appear, they're gonna be like, "Well, shit, that guy came from Stet," and they have a. Okay, awesome. That's probably bad.
Now that's only if there's anything in that region of space to detect that you've come in.
Would every one of us know that it's the case?
What do you mean?
The mechanics that you've just described about.
Let me see. 872 definitely yes. Let's see. Let me look at your characters instead of that other section. 255 just because of higher education. 291 also. 577 definitely, and the pilot as well. So yeah, and 104. This is knowledge to all of you.
That we all
Oops.
come out at the same jump point. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It probably would have been better for us to go to Andois and then go to Z. Whatever. Water under the bridge.
Well,
Hopefully there's lots of 3 spike drives.
Do we have any kind of stealth technology on the ship that we could try to repair?
Yes, we absolutely do. We just can't repair it.
I think it's a little too late to worry about. And anyway, it probably doesn't matter. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
Impound the ship, take it apart, take us apart. I mean, you wanted worst case scenario, right?
Do we have some kind of a little shuttle that we could? No, we had no little shuttles, right?
That's
Nope,
correct.
no shuttle, no weapons, no nothing.
Well, unless any of you has an actual solution to whatever they may do, it's too late to change it.
I've an idea. We could try to craft parachutes, and in case we would get hunted down, we could try at least to get next to a planet and then jump out of the ship and pretend like the ship crashed and got destroyed, and yeah.
That is
Gotta
a
be-
horrible idea.
It's like Plan C.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in case we would get cornered to fake our death and have a plan how we would survive that fake, would be better than to have nothing at hand.
Well, all right. I'll let you start making parachutes then. In the meantime, I'm going to fiddle with this. So let's see if I hey Android, what's your program skill?
I'm quite proficient. Why do you ask?
out of character, what's your program skill?
Oh, 0.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to try. I personally am going to see if I can get this this keypad connected to my thing. Data slab. That's right.
Do you need some line shunts?
Do you have a line shunt?
What's my name?
Is your name Line Shunt now?
No. You know what my name is. You can read, right?
All right, Dora, please.
So you can't read?
I'm not even. He's not even looking at you.
Uh-huh. Well, live in ignorance then.
Fine, Maxine or whatever. Just give me the damn line shunt.
Yeah, how many you need?
It's a good question. Dex, how do these things work?
Typically, you'll have to access the system that you're trying to hack to find out where line chunks need to go. So you actually have to hack it to figure out how to hack it.
I'll let you know.
And when line chunks are needed, that is typically the only thing that you can hack in a system is where do I put the line chunks?
All right. Okay. Yeah, never mind then. I'm just going to All right, I need to look up the hacking rules again. I know we had special ones.
Actually, I've kept them. That's one of the few things that I've not house ruled. I do have my own interpretation of line chunks since there's not really any hard and strict rules on those. But I can give you a quick overview.
Please do.
There's also a nice handout.
There is also a handout. Finding out where line chunks need to be placed will be asking a specific question, so it's only a difficulty 8.
Okay.
Plus whatever additional difficulty factors this particular system has on its own. It'll probably be considered a sensitive system, and so it'll probably be more difficult. It might even be in a military system since this ship is very military.
Mm-hmm.
And these are things that 255 can kind of suss out on his own. These are risks that he faces.
Right.
Once he has hacked and found out where those line chunks need to go, it's simply a matter of putting the line chunks there and then coming back to this system and trying to hack further.
Okay.
The basics of hacking, by the way, are you can spend 10 minutes at the console that you're trying to hack, or you can do it in a single round at a +2 difficulty bonus. Well, +2 difficulty.
Yeah, we're not exactly in a hurry, so.
Right. And when you are in a hurry, you can also prepare a specific hack in advance by spending an hour to do so, so that when you get to the console you're trying to hack, it only takes a single round.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to spend a while here trying to figure out where to place the line shunts.
Can I use the ship schematics to like help him locate where likely places like they would have to have, if the secret room is here, they would have had to run electrical cables from this electrical line over here. And
if he was trying to guess at it, I would allow that. But the way that I imagine line shunts working is that there's not much you can see externally that tells you where in the system there are redundancies.
I'd like to point out that this room's not on the schematics anyway, so.
That too, yeah. But just in general.
If there's an empty space there, you can, like, if there's a toilet in there, it has to go to the sewer system. Here's the schematics of the sewer system.
Right, but to use the toilet analogy, the line shunt would be trying to make sure that all the data, or let me start over. Still using the sewer analogy.
No, just bail on the sewer analogy. It doesn't
No, I
work.
like it. I like it. There will be certain sections in a system where a pipe has been split, and that split will reconnect later. Um, your line shunt is trying to block one of those splits so that all the data goes in the direction that you want. Because if there's a split and you send code down one of those streams, and it meets up with the split stream that didn't have the code injected, then you've got shit mixed with other shit that shouldn't be there, and the system
Right.
realizes that.
So what you're saying is your mind went right into the gutter.
Yeah,
And that we're all full of shit. All right.
great. That's terrific.
Yeah, don't worry about trying to figure out where line shunts should go using anything other than programming.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
I'm just going to roll then.
However, on this one, you can't actually hook your data slab up to it as is. You'll still need to find some way of cutting in and accessing some kind of connection or terminal that you can hook your data slab up to. So there's one step you have to take before you can roll the program check.
Does this look like it'll require a cutter, or will it just require like a screwdriver?
It's going to require tools, not specifically cutter, just the generic. It's going to require tools.
Okay.
You
Well,
have the
291
tools that you need. Don't worry about that part of it.
Yeah, 291 is right there.
I think that designation is more easily applied to a different member of the party.
Yeah, you're right. 577 is there too.
Mm-hmm. Broke my
So yeah.
broke my fucking saw.
She didn't destroy it. It's just broken and needs a little bit of duct tape and super glue.
You did tell her to kill it.
Yeah, but that's a general, like, a recognized fucking colloquialism that should not be. I'm just real angry. Just don't talk to me.
With pleasure.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to go get the tools then.
Alright, drama in the stateroom.
All right.
You come back with tools.
Great. Thrilling.
I'm gonna step away from this scene just for a second because poor Vision has been neglected for quite a bit.
Okay.
Oh, no problem. I'm like a raven, just sitting in the background and waiting until the door opens to get on that valuable stuff that's in there.
Okay, so 872 is still he's present. He's watching.
Yeah, I've probably taken a chair to have a comfortable place. From
And there
where
are
I
some
could
very
watch.
comfy chairs around here. This is near the stateroom, so you've got a comfortable seat.
Yeah.
Do you have
In
any
case we would have something of that, I had to take chips or popcorn with me.
Yeah, popcorn. There you go. Well, all the free entertainment and popcorn you could need.
All right, back to 255. So he's got some tools. He knows he has enough basic understanding that he knows about where he'll need to access. He's got fix 0 or 1.
Do I have fix nothing.
Oh,
I don't have fix.
then he has enough programming knowledge to know about where he'll need to access, but doesn't have the requisite actual
Right.
technical skills. If you
Here,
can try it, it'll be difficult.
I'm not going to, because I assume 577 is still right here, so can I just make her
Nope.
do it?
577 actually went off
Oh.
Where has 577 gone?
to get some proper tools for the door.
Okay.
Okay, so 577 is not there.
Great. And did 291 run off too?
No, I'm fixing my saw, like just down the hallway.
Terrific. Here.
This feels so much like that MTV show, The Real House.
Hey.
291. Do you have a moment?
She ignores you.
Melissa, or whatever your name is. Do you have a moment?
Continues ignoring you.
I can't see your patch with you hunched over the saw.
I mean, like she has the jumpsuit folded open and she's wearing like a t-shirt underneath it, so you probably can.
Okay, fine. I grabbed part of her jumpsuit and lift it up so I can look at her name tag. They say, "All right, Maxine."
Oh yes, what can I do for you?
Great. Here, I need you to open up well, essentially the wall panel so I can get my data slab connected.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem. I go do that.
All right. Fix 0
Don't
1.
don't touch my fucking saw. Oh, it's 1.
I
Okay.
wasn't going to.
Well, just establishing clear boundaries.
All right, 255 is just giving her a look right now.
It's all part of healthy relationships. You gotta establish boundaries.
This is not a difficult process, but there are stakes involved and a failure consequence. So I do have
Sure.
to ask you for a low difficulty fix roll.
Oh, please don't fail me now.
Yeah, you're fine.
That's
Okay.
sufficient.
Whew. Just don't
Uh,
ask me to scan a planet.
Maxine is able to expose a terminal that 255 has enough general knowledge to know that he can connect that and get access to this system through his data slab.
Okay. I'm going to do that then.
All right.
Do you need more help, or you good, Nikhil? You got it from here?
He's ignoring her now.
All right, sounds like you got it. I'm gonna go back to fixing my saw.
All
All
right.
right.
You are trying to
You want me-
find where line shunts go. That's a difficulty 8 plus however much more difficult this is. You're spending 10 minutes to do the full non-rushed hack.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's roll it.
Mm-hmm.
And did I get a +1 from the earlier thing, or is that not applied to the line shunts?
That's not applied to this part, no.
Okay. Did that work, or do I need to use my reroll?
That did not work. His initial concerns were correct. This is a heavily secured, sensitive system.
All right, let's use the reroll and see if that works.
Probably didn't help that halfway through
Nope.
I fired the saw back up.
Yeah, it didn't help at all.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. Oh, hey, cool, it works. Daniel, you're back with us.
You can spend another 10 minutes to try it again at a +1 difficulty.
Well, it's all right. It's not like I have anything better to do.
Let's go back to the android real quick. Android comes back with more tools.
Right, and then she will start to disassemble the panel to basically do it the mechanical way to trigger the door to open.
Okay. And she's on the storage room with the vents, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What is her fix score?
1.
All right.
Also
And-
a thinker if it helps.
Unfortunately, it does not. So let me make sure I'm understanding. She's actually trying to
Hotwire the door.
break into the door.
Attack it. Yes, basically use the panel and just like you hotwire a car, hotwire the door.
Okay.
So from mechanical, not programming.
Yep. Go ahead and roll me a fix int check. That is exactly what you needed.
Of course it is.
And the less strange storage room opens up.
She opens the com. Issue resolved. The door is now open.
Inside, you find several crates strapped to shelves and strapped along the floor. They're unmarked.
Well, she would examine them. They might be dangerous.
In what way is she examining them?
She opens them.
Okay. 872, has he made his way into the room?
Of course he did.
Okay. It's a fairly small storage area, but it's not like it's bigger than it's about a walk-in closet. That probably doesn't help because they come in all shapes and sizes. It's bigger than the typical bathroom. As Android pulls open one of the boxes, there are weapons.
Yes!
There are lots and lots of weapons. Every single one of these is is packed with lower tech level weapons.
I have the feeling that was my secret room.
What was the password?
Uh,
And then one
probably
after
that was the password. I'm not joking.
So these are like what, assault rifles or like pistols or like blowguns or like how low tech we talking here?
They're all clubs.
Less
Yeah,
advanced
right.
weapons. I'm sorry, and armor.
Plate mail.
no primitive. Nothing primitive in here. We're talking
How dare you, sir.
TL3. So TL3 weapons.
I think that's the. Oh, that's the.
That's current day modern.
Right.
Cool.
So no void carbines, no mag pistols, no mag anything. But yes, there are assault rifles, shotguns, combat rifles. These are more on the high end of the TL3 weapons.
And if you were to give us a tonnage of this and perhaps some sort of trade value.
Well, in tonnages, it's not too many. Let's say 3 tons worth.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have a trade value at this time, but if you guys are intent on selling it, I'll certainly mock up one. But it also has a TL3. Well, okay. It has all street armor except for deflector array, and it also has woven body armor.
Cool.
Well, the android would turn to 872. You seem to have a fondness for weapons. This should please you, Charlie. Then she packs it up the tools and leaves.
Wait a second. By street armor, do you also mean armored vex suits?
Oh no armored backsuit. Sorry,
No.
I can't give that to you guys yet.
You just don't want us to go outside.
I don't see the problem. I can go outside.
They just don't belong in
What's
this.
your problem?
Wait a second. So you would have no problem to go outside into metadimensional space?
Nope.
That actually would be a little bit more problematic.
Well, in all fairness, it would be problematic in the vac suit too.
Yes, yeah. Nobody goes into outside the ship in metadimensional space. It is technically possible to be safe because there's a shield around the ship. It's just really not a good idea, and I've never actually drawn up what happens if anybody does that. So please don't.
Well,
ever watch-
hold on. I think it could be an interesting experience to see what happens.
That's because you're a terrible person. Next.
that.
Yeah,
I can't deny that.
have you ever seen the
Clearly,
movie
we found the
Beyond,
volunteer.
Beyond the Event Horizon? That's what happens.
Oh dear. Yeah, that tracks.
So, for the street armor, but we have some armored undersuits.
Yes, there are armored undersuits there.
Okay. Could we then? You've said you'd come up with the tonnage later.
Mhm.
Also add it into the ship inventory. Maybe
Yeah,
as a separate-
if you want to add it to your actually I should have been more specific with the armor, but if you want to add it to your armory, this would easily supply a full ship complement if you guys hire on 200 people for some reason.
Dex, you
do
know
we
how you-
have enough room for 200 people?
Actually, you do.
Huh.
you know how you said you would come up with the numbers if we were interested in selling stuff?
Uh-huh.
Just assume I'm always interested in selling stuff.
Well, you can have it either way. You can have this weapons in your armory and never worry about having to buy these levels of weapons again. Or you can sell them and make sure that you always have weapons on you.
Maybe I want to go into the weapons trade. Maybe I want to do both. Come on,
I
Dex.
mean, what's,
you've got
what's the
to
going
stop.
rate for a doctor these days with questionable ethics?
I imagine pretty high actually.
There you go.
Okay. So, um,
And it doesn't actually equip 200 people. It's just it serves as armory, sufficient to equip whoever needs to be in combat on a ship.
So just apropos of nothing, would it have equipped an entire mining colony that maybe say was being attacked by some sort of third party?
It looks like that would be sufficient weapons and armor. The armor numbers definitely figure in.
Just another quick question. Did we had a lot of tech level 3 stuff in there. Was there also a sniper rifle?
There was also a sniper rifle. And there's the mechanical trade-off. If you guys add this to the armory, then you just have access to all these weapons whenever you need to. You don't have to worry about, does it have a sniper rifle? Oh, we've already lost 2 sniper rifles. Do we have another one? Yes, you do. As long as you don't just, lose all the weapons all the time.
let's just hold on to it for now. I think we're good on. Well, no, I don't think anything about money. I'm not even looking at this right now, and I have no idea what money we have.
Mm-hmm.
None currently.
Right.
We have all of our money is locked up in solid goods. My money.
Right. Yeah, you and your money. Anyway.
You want to give that other lock another try?
Yeah, might as well before I give up and just make him cut it down again. Let's see what happens. I don't expect much. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't expect much. Oh well. Well, I mean, my rolls are average.
Mhm.
That's just not very good.
Using the tools that we've used so far to cut this open, like the secret panel still seems pretty secret. Like we could just close it back up, and nobody that was seriously looking for it would see it.
No, you've actually gouged into the wall next to it so that you could expose terminals on the panel without actually cutting the panel.
Okay.
You could put up a painting.
Look, I only do one style of art, street art.
Make it a mural.
All right. Are you guys doing anything else on this day? You found a cache of weapons, packaged and stored for transit, and another seemingly secured door that you think leads to a storage because the DM said storage several times. Otherwise, it would just be a door in the wall.
Look, it's how we get to the water tank.
It's the first rule of DMing: misdirection. Don't believe a word.
Yeah, but is he misdirecting us now, or was he misdirecting us then?
He was
Both?
misdirecting us all along.
Is overthinking the trap?
It's always a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the android is putting the tools away and then spent some hours in, well, the shooting range.
Your pilot
Yeah,
says
'cause-
that you're 12 hours away from transition.
Is it still like midnight? Isn't that what we decided?
No, it was mid-afternoon, and
Oh, okay.
now it's getting pretty late. You guys spent quite a long time doing this.
Yeah, I'll probably go to bed.
All right.
Yeah, somebody got the reference. Thank you.
Well, Android, if you would be so kind, please see what you can do about getting this other door open. In the meantime, I'm going to go do more important things.
Like what?
Literally anything.
You want to play poker? You know,
Fuck it, why not?
Little crew bonding time. You might win some of the brownies. They're pretty good.
Since when do we have brownies?
I had to take apart a bunch of the MREs to make the resin that is currently over your door.
Ah,
But I saved the brownies, and now we're playing poker for them.
fine.
Woohoo!
Let's go play poker. He is extremely unenthusiastic about this, but whatever.
Some ship bonding over brownies and poker. Is there any conversation, or do you guys want me to just curtain that?
Yeah, I don't actually have anything to say during
No,
it.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. After some poker and some sleep and some stashing of weaponry, like acorns in a Wi-Fi tower, or not Wi-Fi tower, a 5G tower is what it was. Haha! Now I'm making the references.
No, I got that one. That was good.
Oh, damn it! I mean, good, but I was hoping to finally get one over on you. Failed.
Nope.
That was
Gonna
an awesome little image.
Gotta try harder. Oh, you
Sure
almost
did.
got it.
713 tells you that we're transitioning into real space, and that he is going to go to sleep as soon as that process is completed. Somebody will need to take over.
Yeah,
Where do you
sure.
want to go, Captain?
I missed that, Nick. What was that?
Where do you want to go, Captain? Comes over the intercom.
Well, let's see. Why don't you guys talk about this as players and try to take the captain's preferences into consideration?
Should-
That's a good question. Did she Like she said she wanted to go where people were. Did she say why specifically here where people were?
She
According to the
didn't.
thing, this place has a lot of people.
Well, we got 2 plans and the space station.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the planets is kind of shit, so we want to go to the other one. Like, yeah, because I love going to a place called a destination work planet. Blech. But the other one's like frozen, so
There's always the space station.
yeah. But like, do we want to go? So I don't know if my character knows this, but I know you're only supposed to break one law at a time, and you probably shouldn't go to the police station while you do it.
Union is not actually the police.
I thought you said they were.
Galactic Mandate
No.
is the police.
Oh,
Union is corporate.
okay. Then yeah, we could go to Union. I guess.
Union is one of
Henry
the 3
Station?
major megacorporations in the sector.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, let's go to Henry Station.
Any player disagreement there?
Nope.
Nope.
All right, then Captain responds to Android and says, "Go ahead and take us to Henry Station."
Okay.
Well, the ship changes course and nobody's at the helm.
It's like magic.
Space magic.
No, Dex said we couldn't do that.
I did. Yeah, it exists, but you can't do that.
Unless
Well, maybe you can't do it.
I engineer us such to create a new race of things that can.
Well, out of character, the mechanical trigger for having space magic allowed at all is encountering the space magic and interacting
Oh.
with it
Okay.
in a meaningful way.
Okay.
I'll be an android wizard.
Okay.
We've interacted with the magic of friendship. Some of us at under duress.
Yeah, great personal cost to themselves.
Yeah. Exactly. So I feel like 255 should have access to space magic now.
All right, we'll,
Only the magic of friendship.
we'll work on that.
Well, as far as we've seen how that friendship magic worked out for you, probably you turn yourself into God knows what abomination.
I'm sure if it doesn't have ears, it'll be an improvement.
But it's Henry Station is.
All right, your screen should be
Hilarious.
shifting around.
Ooh.
Feel you need to take some markers off there. Don't get me wrong, I love those markers.
Oh,
Asshole
right.
tower.
I do.
Yes, someone might have named those. And the ship.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
but
just
there's-
move a couple things
there's
around here.
There's nothing named Cabbage Patch. We gotta follow the naming scheme. Come on, guys.
It is the naming scheme. I named Cabbage Patch too.
Oh, okay. So it's your fault.
Usually, yes. For some reason, I'm usually somewhat to blame.
Yeah, I feel that.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and drag that ship pog over here too, just for the appearance. It takes another 16 hours to leave the transition zone and make your way to Henry Station, unless you want to try and trim the
Yeah,
course.
Well, no. Is it possible for us to like fly to one of the other transition zones and then fly to Henry Station? Would that help hide our ingress point?
It is possible.
Is it necessary? Like, will it help?
Well, it could. You've got a reasonable line of thinking that if you just go straight from transition zone to the space station, somebody can extrapolate where you came from.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily think anybody will really care, but no point in giving them something to point us to that massacre, you know?
Yeah. That is something that you
Massacre.
guys can do if discuss it among the crew and decide, or just as players decide that the crew wants to do that.
It wasn't a massacre. It was pest control.
Wow.
Anyway.
Wow. Yikes. I don't even
Those
know how
pesky
to unpack
kids.
that. Like, Jesus. Like, hopefully that was out of character, because, whew!
It was.
Oh, okay. Damn.
So are you trying to mask your trail? It isn't difficult to do, but it will require a whole separate
More
region
time.
transition. It'll essentially just add 16 more hours.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't have any problem. We don't seem to be in a rush, really, so I'm not in it. Like, I don't feel bad about taking a little extra time to make sure that our trail is a little
Okay.
obfuscated.
Does Android do that?
Sure.
Alright, so then after 32 hours, you guys are approaching Henry Station. As soon as you've reached the region, which is about 2 hours away from actually reaching the station, you're contacted by Henry Station. Yeah, it's just a standard handshake, which comes with basically what are you doing?
By all means, Nikhail, take the reins. Give him the old talking to. We're definitely here for fuel, though.
Yeah.
And maybe
It's
trade.
not an antagonistic greeting. I want to make that clear. It's just it's normal
Yes.
handshake and normal procedure.
Well, even so, must I,
I mean,
really?
is
I
it
hate,
though?
I hate dealing with this bureaucratic nonsense.
Well, you're the one who keeps giving pills to our captain, and she's still sick, so...
Look, I am doing the best with what I can. It is not my fault that someone
He's
keeps
not dying.
stealing my medicine to make Play-Doh.
Look, that happened one time, and it was awesome.
Ugh. Look, that gunk is still clogging up the entire all of the restrooms on the main deck, and I am sick of it.
Look, you're the one who put it in the toilet. I said we should space it.
All right, this argument is getting us. Fine. I'll talk to them.
Hey, my question though. Is it the traditional handshake? Because we don't have a black box.
We also don't have an extending arm.
Yeah, it is just a traditional
We could
handshake.
fix that.
The black box has been diminished to primarily broadcast and receipt of news and rudders.
Okay. This is the ship. What are we calling ourselves? The Anastasia now?
Yes.
This is the ship Anastasia. We're hoping to land for some minor repairs, refueling, and resupply,
And trading.
and a little bit of trading.
And a little ice cream.
I'm not saying that.
Actually, I want ice cream too.
Right?
Fine, we're landing for ice cream as well, I guess.
You get a bored voice coming from the other side of this communication. Ice cream.
I'm sorry. There are a lot of children on board this ship.
How many children are on board your ship, Anastasia?
At least 2.
Long silence. That's not a lot, Anastasia.
Relative to our crew size, yes, it is. Relative to, in my immediate proximity, yes, it is.
Alright, please await docking instructions.
Thank you. Anastasia out.
This is where we find out that this whole sector, there are no cows. So there's no ice cream.
Now, come on. That gentleman sounded completely helpful and friendly. Surely he would have told you if there's no ice cream on Henry Station.
Right?
Look, 255 hates bureaucrats, but in that one moment, he truly, deeply empathized with that man.
Oh, this is great.
As long... Ooh, ow! We've got a Twitch chat here saying, they got human milk, easy fix.
Yeah, I was thinking goat, but I was really hoping we weren't going to take this to a weird place.
Yeah, we took it to a weird place. Thank you, Twitch chat. You made it weird.
Good job. I appreciate that. As long as whoever is pretending to fly this thing knows well enough to set the computer to automatically. Oh wait, this is Android. Okay. Yeah. So then,
who's pretending?
Yep. Docking instructions are received by the ship, and does Android allow autopilot to dock where we're told?
If that's the protocol, then yes.
It is. Space stations are generally a little bit wary of anyone who wants to dock it themselves.
I understand. From one autopilot to the other.
As you are making that final approach and docking, your ship receives just packet instructions through regular external comms, giving you the rundown on what you may do at Henry Station. No personal firearms or projectile, basically no ranged weapons of any sort. Mm-hmm. No outside external armor. Mm-hmm. You may wear a vac suit if that is what you want.
What about undersuits and ammunition?
I don't.
They didn't specify anything about ammunition, and undersuits are practically they go
Not
under
external.
clothes, so they're fine.
Yeah.
They're basically trying to make sure that nobody's coming on with a combat field uniform, or even woven body armor.
Oh,
The
so
more important
if I
question-
wanted to come in with power armor, that'd be fine.
The implication was, or anything bigger.
Okay.
Well, because if I wanted to bring my nuke on board, that's not technically a ranged weapon.
Well, I mean, if you remove the rocket part, yeah, it is not in fact a ranged weapon.
Included
Yep.
with the message was no explosives.
There we go. All right, fair enough.
The android will
No,
actually.
hold on. So if
at
I
some
wanted to
point.
make if I wanted to bring in like a chlorine bomb, that's fine.
That's an explosive.
All right, if I just wanted to bring in some mustard gas, that's fine.
That's an explosive too.
Not if I don't have an explosive part. Not if I just use
Unless
gas.
the mustard gas grenade literally just dribbles mustard juice onto the floor. It's an explosive.
Are we back at the condiments?
All right.
I think we are.
Left the condiments.
We don't want to go there.
I mean, I could go with some ketchup.
Yeah, I
See,
think I
it's
need a
not
bit of.
just me. It's
Well,
not
we
just me.
look. All of our characters have some catching up to do.
Oh.
That's amazing.
But as I was saying, the android will at some point address the crew and go, "Who will be my owner?"
Don't you already have one?
I do. They don't know that. There are rules for androids.
Would you be able to hide a combat shotgun?
No.
What?
Well, then I'm not your owner.
Good.
I don't care.
Can you be owned by a corporation?
Yes.
Oh, we should totally form a corporation.
I hesitate to ask this, but what would our corporation even be called?
You know, I haven't given a lot of thought, but now that you say that, yeah, this is gonna be a tough one.
Women and kids included.
We could call it condiments and explosives.
You would still have to designate a person responsible for me. Please note that it's just for appearances so I can protect you. You are, in fact, not my owner.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'll pretend to be your owner.
Alright, Dora. You are now my owner.
As your owner, I order you to never call me Dora again.
You are not my owner.
You literally just said I was. You're not leaning into this pretend thing very well.
Well, I am pretending, Dora.
So we know for certain that that in the space future the androids are not programmed with the 3 laws, right? It seems obvious.
Yeah, there are literally combat androids.
All right. Okay. Maybe
the 3 laws were found to be way too easy to loophole.
Wait, so we just tossed them out. Yeah, that's great. That's fine. All right. Here's a suggestion. Maybe we should make 104 her designated owner, because I feel like if 291 or Dora or Maxima.
You could just call me Max. Max is fine.
Okay. If they are her owner, I feel like these things will get difficult in a hurry.
But if the captain is unwell, it would be very hard to produce her to claim ownership.
We can just say she's the owner and is feeling unwell. I can give them a doctor's note.
Well, maybe you could give the captain some medicine that works.
Maybe we'll go buy some.
Mm-hmm. Very suspicious.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want me to try mixing something up, like some primitive world apothecary using industrial grade solvents? Because that's about all I have.
Your ship is docked.
We have docked.
Yep.
Please exit the ship in an orderly fashion.
I want to say that the android that exact message came up on the comms like 15 seconds before, and then the android just repeated it. Is that correct?
The message said nothing about exiting the ship in an orderly fashion.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a question about the mechanics of how the exit and also the entrance of docking ships works. Do we always have to go through a security search when exiting and when entering, or what's the procedure there?
There is typically a search when when boarding a station, but it is going to depend on who owns that space station and what their procedures are.
Okay. And what about entering? Do we know anything about that? Or is it commonly so that if you want to leave, you just get inside and get away?
As long as there's nothing that thank you for the follow there. As long as there's nothing that specifically that draws suspicion to you. If you're just leaving in an orderly fashion, you do have to request permission to release the docking clamps. You do have to do all the bureaucracy stuff. But aside from that, as long as there's no suspicion drawn to you, yeah, you won't be searched on leaving.
Do we see any cameras from the bridge that are at our ship? Looking at our ship?
No, not specifically, but that's more because your view is obstructed. It's a fairly safe assumption that there are external cameras watching every ship that docks, as well as cameras internally when you come aboard.
Okay.
When we approached the station, were there any other ships docked at that we could see, or
yes,
not
there
see?
were.
Okay.
In fact, that is something that I need to get better at, is describing to you as you're coming into the region of space that Henry Station occupies. Yes, there are a lot of ships around.
Define a lot.
More than a dozen.
Oh,
Probably less than
Nice.
2 dozen, though.
okay, cool. All right. Most of them are docked, or are they like floating in space, or coming and going?
Most of them in this region of space are docked.
Okay. And does that include like little 2-person scooter ships, or like are most of them free merchant size, or?
Yeah, it does include a couple of shuttles, or a few shuttles. It doesn't include very many cruisers. Most of them will be frigate class.
And we're cruiser size.
Yes.
Okay, so we're basically the biggest thing here.
Yeah, you probably are, aside from the space station, obviously.
Yeah. Okay.
By the way, it's probably too late to ask for that, but can somebody maybe make some fake papers or documents?
Nope.
Oh, well.
Dex, I'm gonna go to my room and get like $2,000 in cred sticks,
Okay.
and I'm gonna put on my fancy frilly armor streetwear,
All right.
but I'm gonna leave the gun behind.
Okay. I mean, that's good. You were told to do that.
Like the streetwear is below their restriction, right?
That's correct.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, that actually reminds me. Dexter, you mentioned that there was other equipment that you hadn't mentioned in my quarters, and I think also in the captain's quarters.
That was just a data slab.
Okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, that's something that I forgot about when writing up what was in each quarters that should have been in each of those quarters.
Okay.
Meet you guys at the ramp.
You're actually going out through one of your airlocks.
What?
Yep.
What the heck do we even have this ramp for?
Well, it got all that cargo onto.
Yeah, the android actually puts the special pistol behind her charging station near the bridge and then follows Dora around.
Okay. So, is anybody trying to take weapons onto the station?
No. Well, hold on. We've got 872 here.
I'd
Not for long.
I'd just take one bullet with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Does our list of T3 weaponry include, I don't know, like ballistic knives or combat knives of any sort? I don't know if that's an actual thing, but a bladed weapon.
Yeah, it is an actual thing. But no, your unexpected storage was just ranged weapons.
You can
Okay.
loot. You can loot the kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, if you would feel more comfortable with some weapon over no weapon, if you want, you could take like a knife or something.
No knife, no knife or whatsoever. I just take the one bullet and this large primitive weapon that we've crafted in the beginning.
The pipe?
I feel
Yeah,
like you
pipe.
might draw some attention hauling that around.
I mean, a pipe doesn't necessarily needs to be that big. I mean, if it's about 1 meter thin, then you can also have it under your clothes without being noticed.
1
you
Well,
meter
the
is
thing
3
about
feet long.
pipes is they're usually attached to something.
No, this one's not. We detached it in the first mission. We've been passing it
Yes,
around.
but they're normally attached to something. That's the giveaway.
So I'm picturing that you guys are all converging on the airlock, and 872 is coming along. You can't see the bullet, but you can see he's carrying along. Did you say a 1 meter long?
Yeah.
That is 3
That's a
feet
big
long.
ass pipe.
It's his walking stick, guys. Don't laugh at him.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'd use it as a walking stick and
A fucking heavy metal walking stick. It's going clunk, clunk, clunk.
This is a great idea. This is a great idea. I love it. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
As you guys are standing around discussing or just staring in awe, there is a face looking through the gap between your airlock and the station's airlock. You've got 2 airlocks to pass through, yours and the station's. And there is somebody looking through both of those windows.
I will cycle the first lock. Here we go. Everybody put on your good faces.
I continue looking mildly annoyed.
I mean,
only have the one face.
oh,
Would you
God.
like me to buy more?
I mean, let's not rule it out yet.
Your airlock on your side opens. There are no explosions and no tragedies, except for the
Okay.
clunk of the pipe following you.
Yeah, I go and open the outer airlock door.
Okay.
The guy looking through the window is unsuited, right? Like, I'm not opening this into a vacuum.
Yeah, no. He's wearing looks like some kind of guard or police uniform, but he is not wearing a vac suit.
Cool. Yeah, I cycle the outside door too.
Yep. And he synchronizes with that so that their outside door opens at the same time. You enter the station airlock, and he opens the inner. Looks.
So we
at-
just went through 3 doors.
yeah.
Okay.
you-
Yeah. I figured. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
And when the final door into the station opens, you see him standing there. He is armed. He does have a badge stating some sort of authority, as well as union. He is corporate, and he looks at the pipe.
I've been
As-
limping to that point where I'm standing now. Just to add it.
As I mentioned, I brought 2 children along.
He
They
looks
may
at-
have
he
they
looks at
may have
255.
mentioned.
You said what?
Don't worry about it.
I don't see any children.
I just gesture at 291 and 872. Very disgruntled.
He shifts an eye over at the pipe. Just don't hit anybody with it. And he starts
I'm
walking.
not, sir.
Come on, follow me.
Where are we going? I'm Maxine, by the way.
Officer Jennings. Where do you want to go?
Officer Jenny. Is there any ice cream?
No.
Well, is there a Bank of the Light branch in this? Exchange of the Light? Bank of the Light? What it was called.
You want to go to the Union Commissary?
I mean,
I can take you
yeah,
there.
cool. That'd be great.
All on board. I'll be escorting you around. You all have to stay together.
Do you do this for all ships? Or all visitors, I guess?
This is the first time what is an Ascension? This is the first time we've seen your ship. So, you get the lucky guided tour. Hooray.
Oh, sweet. Awesome. Yeah, that sounds great.
He looks
So what do we
back
see
at
on our
Max
left?
and says, and by guided, I mean you tell me where to go, and I'll take you there.
Oh,
Please just take us to the commissary.
Alright.
before we leave, how do we set this thing up to refuel?
Now, he stops, pulls out his data slab, taps a few things. Alright, just sign here and deposit credits.
Okay. I do that.
Okay. The
Do you
fueling...
sign it, Maxine?
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
Is it just Maxine?
Yep.
I
I don't see the
I just do wonder, isn't any one of us suspicious that she's able to pay? That she actually has credits?
No, are you?
I don't
Yes,
care.
I am.
Like 255 doesn't care enough.
But I do, and I look quite surprised.
I look over. I found them. Don't worry about it. Found
Yeah.
money in, found money out. It's all good.
You can
Maybe
turn in
we'll
salvage cred sticks at the commissary if you need to.
Oh, okay, cool.
Union pays up
Awesome.
to 70%.
Ooh. Does it take my cred stick? Like, have I paid for this now?
Yeah. You're
Okay,
able
cool.
to complete that transaction. And the cost of refueling also includes resupplying life support and food included in that life support, but just your basic standard lasts forever MRE type food.
Okay,
So if
so
you
if we
want
want
anything
real food, we
fancier,
gotta.
you have to buy it.
Yeah. Gotcha. I could do with some real food. Maybe with some fiber.
What is it that you want? Commissary or food court?
Repair yards.
Commissary.
All three of those are in completely different directions.
Just take us, please. Just take us to the commissary.
The closest is the commissary, right this way.
Great.
And as a gesture, as you guys are walking, he says, "And on the left."
Thank you. What is actually on the left? It's like nothing, right? Here's bulkhead 25.
Nope. Let me get
It's
to the
actually
right place.
26.
Yeah, 26A.
Yeah.
Nope. And on the left is dangerous excursions. You will
Ooh.
definitely meet. Shit, what's his name? What's his name? You remember his name, Nick?
Who are we talking about?
Hang on.
Oh, Mr. Salesman?
Ferdinand says you will definitely meet Ferdinand. All new ships get in the interview with him.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. What does he do?
He sells dangerous excursions down to Madeira.
Why would you pay for a dangerous excursion? Shouldn't you get paid for a dangerous excursion?
People like hunting.
Pass.
On the right, Scrounchy's Lounge. Knickknacks and various gizmos.
Paddywhacks. Ooh, various gizmos.
You're not
Now
going
you're
there.
talking.
You're going to the commissary.
Oh, come on.
Nope.
What
Jensen.
about ice cream?
It's Jennings.
There is none. Is it Jennings? Oh,
Jennings.
shit, I already forgot his name. Sorry. Oops.
Yeah, I can type it out. It was visible on his uniform.
Oh, okay, yeah. I feel like I would have tried to call him, but like
Okay.
I wasn't trying to be an asshole there. I just didn't remember his name.
No problem. We'll redact that.
All right. You'll edit it out in post.
No, I won't go that far.
Oh,
Actually, I
okay,
might be able to, but I'm not going to.
good. All right, fair enough. Gizmos, eh? We'll have to keep that in mind for the trip back from the commissary, which is where we're going.
Alright. Just a couple more hallways down. As you're traveling, you do see other people that look like they just live here. They're clearly residents. There are some that are dressed for active roles. People that work here, as well as people that are getting probably getting onto starships or getting off of starships, just like you guys. You also see a couple of other guards here and there, and perhaps one that is escorting somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a fairly lively station.
Okay, so like density-wise, like we're walking down the street in New York, or we're walking down the street in San Francisco.
Let's go with yes.
Okay, that doesn't help.
I'm not particularly good at that, especially since
Okay.
it depends on time of day. I really only
Yeah,
walk around the
alright.
streets of San Francisco when it's already rush hour.
Okay, all right, yeah, fair
You know,
enough.
morning, lunch, leave.
Yeah, okay.
But
You said it was lively, so there's a number of people.
I would probably put it, once you're getting into the more populated areas, I actually would, if that's a good reference for you, use the morning going to work crowd, the lunch crowd, and the evening leaving work crowd of San Francisco streets.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Are we like, does our time match up with station time? Like, did we get here during a crossover?
No, there's
change?
no real station time. I mean, there is station time, but it's not like a single cycle where everybody's sleeping at a certain time.
Gotcha. Okay. They don't like turn down the lights at a certain time to help people's
No,
rhythm not get screwed up.
no, it's a 24-hour station, so people need to be on separate cycles anyways.
Gotcha. Okay. Making a mental note, Union does not care about the health of their employees.
Well, it may be a case where the union has no power whatsoever. You know, like in America.
Well, no, they own the station. It's their station.
Oh, that's a
It
good
is,
point.
yeah.
All right, yeah, you got a shitty union, dude.
The irony here is the Union is the company.
Yes,
Like, the
Union
company is
the
named
company
Union?
name. Yes.
Oh,
Oh my god. Hilarious.
You get to the what he described as the commissary, and it's a large inset market. Has a few different
union
stores.
needs to unionize.
It's kind of like a food court, but for consumer goods, as well as
Yeah.
some not so consumer goods.
Okay, cool. But there's like branches for various other companies or whatever.
Yeah, there are.
Okay.
Looks like a lot of it is union controlled. but there are kind of like store kiosks essentially.
Gotcha. Okay.
Some of them actually have store shelf space. Others are trying to do the freestanding kiosk thing that you see in malls.
And some of them are probably just a screen that you like order off of and they send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Now, there aren't too many independent companies here. It is mostly union.
I assume that they're like the union does this subset of things, and that's their subset of those things company.
That might be it.
Like this is the box store. It's technically owned by Union, but it's called something else. I don't know.
Yes, something else.
Look,
It's a fine company.
I used all my naming on giving you guys these excellent names that you totally
Dexter,
don't appreciate.
I'd like to go up to the something else kiosk
Okay.
and see if I can buy something else.
Yeah, it's an adult entertainment service.
All right, no, I don't think 255 would go up to this.
It's their slogan. It's really something else.
It's really something else.
Is it like the Shanghai version in space? It's really something else.
It also looks like, well, if 255 actually does go up to it, because there is actually a store named something else now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If 255 does start going up to it, he recognizes fairly early on it has some locking iconography on it, and it looks like something that is not kid friendly, and there are actually kids milling about this place. Not
They're milling
too
about
many.
the adult toy store.
No, the whole station.
Okay.
There's not too many of them, but there are a few.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going up to it. I'm good.
Somebody give me a notice check. The highest one of you with notice, give me a notice check.
I
That's not
believe
me.
that's 8.
Yeah, it's got to be Walter.
Notice intelligence or wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. One of you, it doesn't necessarily have to be 872, notices somebody, one of those little kids, is pulling on their parent's sleeve, pulling on their mother's sleeve, and pointing at your group.
Ah, damn it. I guess our past is going to haunt us here.
What are you talking? I'm sorry. What are you talking about now?
And I whisper to them, that kid there on the right, and while whispering it, I'm not looking that way, so it's not too obvious.
I turn and look directly at this kid.
And
Hi.
Jennings looks at you
and-
guys. What are you whispering about?
Nothing, officer. We are just talking about how beautiful this place is. And
He's asking me for more ice cream.
And the kid that was pointing at guys, when Max turns around and says hi to this kid, that kid gets a real cute little sweet little blush and hides behind his mama's pant legs
Oh, and she's so cute.
while still looking at you guys. Seems to be fixed on Maxine.
Aw.
could you tell us whether it's a terrified look or...
You don't usually blush when you're terrified? I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Unless-
why I wonder, because
Unless
This we go in the something else store, then 255 might experience that.
Perhaps we can make time for her to play with the other children on board.
Hi, I'm Max. What's your name?
You go over to the kid. They weren't that close.
Oh, I thought they were like right behind us.
No.
Okay. Okay, then no. I mean, I just wave.
Okay.
and then go back to looking at all the stores and seeing what they got.
The adult that the kid is trying to direct their attention to you and is hiding behind now, just kind of looks over at you guys and utters something that placates the kid and waves back at you and then pulls the kid along their way.
Okay.
The android waves to the adult.
255 waves to neither of them, and in fact ignores them.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I needed to specify that, but
You probably
just
didn't.
in case.
He didn't feel
It
like he
was
was in the
implied.
spotlight.
What
Yeah.
are you guys buying here?
So the Bank of the Light,
Okay.
Exchange of the
Well,
Light.
you
I
can't
feel like I keep
technically-
getting. I feel like I keep
technically
getting
only
that name right.
Yeah.
291 has money, so only 291 is able to buy anything.
I
You-
actually. Is there any way to like see if we can sell our stuff here?
Yes, there is. Are you talking about the shipgrade materials, the tons and tons of metal, or specific individual items?
The trade goods.
Okay. Yeah,
I
that is
don't think anybody else would be happy with me selling their stuff.
probably not.
Hey Nikhil, can I borrow your data slave real quick?
No.
See?
Okay. You can ask Jennings where you would, unless you just want to look around, but Jennings can also direct you to where you might be able to sell some trade goods, out
Yeah.
ships,
Mhm.
and
Yeah, take me to the auction house.
he basically says that, well, this is a Union station, and what is it you're selling?
It's like metals of a starship quality grade.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh. Oh yeah, because this whole place just mines constantly. That's right.
I'm sure I could find someone that will happily take some excess cargo off your hands, but you ain't gonna get much for it.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Sorry, guys, you're stuck with that.
Stuck with what?
With your ship grade metals until you can find
Oh,
somewhere that'll actually buy it from you.
Yeah, I figured. I was more of a shot in the dark.
Maybe it'd be best to just hold on to them for now, in case we need them for repairs.
Shot in the dark is 872's middle name.
Okay.
Walter Shot in the Dark. Now we just need the last name, and we got the whole.
Now, how do you
That's easy.
spell that?
PPK. His name is
How do you
Walter
spell-
PPK.
How do you spell what?
How do you spell his middle name? How do you spell "shut in the dark"?
It's like
STD.
German. You just take you take the 4 words and you just smash them together.
That's not how German works.
Look, I'm not actually using real German. I'm using meme German.
All right, we
That's
are
offensive to me and my people.
approaching 3 o'clock. We've got about 20 minutes left.
Yeah, like, is there? I don't actually know what I need.
Well, we'll go ahead and leave the shopping aspect of it for later, and assume that your characters are doing it all right now.
Mhm.
You can discuss or think over the week if there's anything that you want to buy. You're limited to basically consumer-ish goods right here. There's not that much for adventurers, except in the way of mining supplies or mining protections.
That's
Is
all.
there vac suits?
There are
Is that
vac
a
suits.
consumer good? We are getting vac suits.
Yeah.
I'm buying everybody a vac suit.
Okay.
Great. Thank you. Pick me up one.
I
going
make
to
his
use-
one size too small.
Of course. Of course.
Look, if you're not going to come to the fitting, I just have to guess.
Fine, I'll come with. I'll come with.
One other thing that the GM will point out, just as a mechanical thing that your characters would be aware of, you still don't have a black box, so you don't have any fresh rudders from this location to any other location.
Yeah,
We'll have
so
to-
we have no way of leaving here. Gotcha.
Unless you want to go back to Stet and then go to the other planet, but then you're still stuck there.
Right, we should probably get a black box somehow, but that might be tricky to get without raising questions.
Now, I don't want to railroad you into only a single option. You can also buy rudders and get them transmitted to your ship, but that also raises questions.
Or we could steal another ship.
Or you could steal another ship.
Yeah, that's great. We'll have to think about this.
Okay. Well, that's something else you can think about over the course of the week. Is there anything else that you guys want to be escorted to? Anywhere else you want Jennings to take you?
I'm just going to.
My character would very much like to have real food
I
and
look.
is willing to buy food for everybody else.
I'd beg Maxine to get me an ice cream.
There is no ice cream.
What?
I know.
Right. I'm Dexter.
Mhm.
I'm going to do what I always do in these situations. I'm going to stop at a news kiosk.
Okay.
And get. I'm going to ask to Maxine,
Yes.
do you have like 10 credits?
Yeah.
Right.
I take out. Do I have extra cred sticks?
Yeah, you had 3, and so you could have transferred all the credits from 2 of them into one, put 2,000 on the other one. Yes.
I mean, can I just cash out some credits and get some cash? Is there an ATM around here?
Cash isn't a thing.
I thought you said it was. Is there an ATM that dispenses more cred sticks? Is there an electronics? Is there an electronics shop? Is there a future Radio Shack that sells cred sticks that everybody could have a cred stick?
You would
and I
have
don't
to
have
get-
rep
Radio
this
Shack
No,
went
you
out
would
of
have-
business like
Uh,
ages ago.
You would have to go to an Exchange of Light branch, which there is an Exchange of Light branch here, and I
Okay, we
believe
have
was
to do
on your
that first,
destination list.
All right.
Yeah, we have to
In
do
the
that first.
meantime, here I'll buy this paper, and this paper, and I guess like a different, like major newspapers, like a monthly edition, like a semi-annual, like a larger semi-annual. Here's everything that's happened in the past 6 months to a year,
Okay.
Is there a
And then-
library on this station?
There's no library in the station.
All right.
and
Well,
then
let's give it a
probably
shot.
like a weekly or daily thing that I can read through.
Okay. There are no daily papers, but the weekly and this is what's happened in the last year papers, those are
Mhm.
definitely available.
Terrific. I'm going to buy a couple of those.
Okay. Well,
Pay for them.
let's
291 is going to buy a couple of those for me.
right.
There you go.
That costs you all of 2 credits.
Breaking the bank. But gotta do
How
what
much
you
did the
gotta do.
refuel cost? 500.
500. Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're almost in the poorhouse now.
And let's go ahead and end-ish with you going to the Exchange of Light. You are able to get a couple of cred sticks issued, but they need to take your genetic ID in order to imprint that on the cred stick.
I don't need one, but the rest of you should get one.
Of course, the android is not allowed to have to own a cred stick.
Yeah.
I'm good for now.
No, I'm not gonna follow you around and pay for stuff. Get a cred stick.
I'm good for now. This can wait till tomorrow.
Oh my god.
Let's then end with, and you can do this next session, or you can do the cred sticks next session. 255 as you're perusing this year in Artemis Black, which is the name of your sector, by the way.
Dex, before you give us that, I want to be like, look, it's not that bad, and I hold out my hand to get one issued to me.
They pick out a fuck huge needle.
Yeah, right.
They don't. It's a real quick scanner. It's almost like putting your hand in a guillotine that does not have a blade.
Gotcha.
It's the fucking gum jabar.
Yeah, because fear is the mind killer, and yada yada yada. Yeah. Okay.
And the exchange representative says that Miss LaRue, you already have several cred sticks issued to you. I could not issue a free cred stick.
I'm sorry. What now? What'd you call me?
Ms. LaRue?
Interesting.
At that moment, 255 is seen in this annual. Princess of March kidnapped. It looks like 291, and
Haha.
has the name Zoe LaRue attached to it.
Yes. Fucking princess. Hell yeah.
Oh, if only you knew.
There's
This is
also
the best.
a let's see, where are we going here? Hang on. There is also a reward offered for safe return, and last believed to be with the crew of the Raza, and you also see your face and 872's face, Android, several others, all with criminal raps.
Great. I'm on second thoughts, I'm feeling a bit under the weather too, so I'm going to head back to the ship.
This is not really something that can be hidden from anybody who's paying any attention to 255. Zoe LaRue's face is right there. It's a full page.
Yeah, I suggest we head back to the ship for now. I'd like the captain to be with us when we head out together later.
Jennings, fortunately, has, as bored as he frequently is, has seen fit to be completely oblivious to this entire exchange.
That's great, because I just drove my elbow into 291's side.
She
But
knows
it's
my
the
last
fate.
name.
I was gonna say, it's the face you need to obscure.
What? Look, I'm sorry.
No, I closed the paper, and I'm just like, is Jennings like looking away from us right now?
Yeah, he's keeping a side eye on you, or he's keeping you in his peripheral, but is not actively interested in anything you're doing.
Great. I'm jerking my head back like very urgently, but subtly enough that he's not really looking at me.
Well, that was a pretty cool name too, I guess. I kind of liked Max.
Do you all go back to the ship?
Yes.
I mean, can we stop at the food court on the way? Come on, man. This is the first time for real food.
We have food in the ship.
Yeah, but it's all goddamn MREs.
We have, yes, and it's very good. It contains nutrition.
I can't believe it that I once have the same opinion as our doc, but I really do think we have to go back on the ship right now.
Why?
Because the captain contacted me and she said she's better. So we have to go pick her up.
Fine. I'm being kidnapped.
I'm not sure kidnapping of us.
Yes. Did it.
I feel like can we end on that one?
Yes. That was the best one.